Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to Phil's Recap and Review, Game of Thrones Season 7, Episode 1, Dragonstone. We're here. We made it through it. Here we are at the Recap and Review. The episode it's real. It's somewhat surreal when the episode happens and you expect it, you want it. It had its ups, it had its whatever. So we're going to go through every point of this episode, beginning to end. We got Joe Dirty Locks with us as well. He's just getting set up. We'll bring him in a little bit. And we also have the best, the beautiful, the live motherfucking chat. All the live chat that's with us live right now watching this episode. But if this is your first time tuning in, whether it's later after the fact or live with us right now, we love to hear your thoughts. Join us all season. Make sure you subscribe. Join the army. Join the group. Get into the live motherfucking chat. Talk with some of the best people in the world. Talk to them through the week. Make those weeks shorter in between episodes of Game of Thrones by connecting into our Discord group and getting involved. You can find all the links to help us out and stay connected in the description box below as we get and try to deal with this fucking episode. And this is a great episode in a lot of ways. There was some really good high points leading us into the episode. Some other stuff that was obvious in the way that like the episode ended off. It was a big chunk of time of Daenerys walking. I thought that was emotional and had its moments, but you know, there's a few things here and there that we can pick apart, but for the most part, I'm really excited about this episode. 8 out of 10 side buttholes for this episode. I love all of you guys. Not enough sand snakes. I agree, Nikki X. Not enough sand snakes. We got like a piss and shit montage that almost seemed like they were influenced by Better Call Saul a little bit. That it was just quick flashes of Sam cleaning up people's piss and vomit and shit like that. We got Jorah looking toasty. Phil, are you having issues? Am I late? I'm a little late.
Always a little late.
It's been a long day. I was born late. But we have with us
Joe, wiki time.
Dirty looks. It's like dirty locks, but a lot dirtier. And the lovely Katie Crow in human form tonight. How are you guys doing tonight? How'd you like the episode?
Good and bad.
Yeah.
Good and boring parts. Some parts I really need them to like make connections quick, so it will matter to me. Especially when we only have the 7 episodes left. We're sort of like going downhill here. There's time here and there. That being said, this was maybe my favorite start of a Game of Thrones episode ever. The way this episode started with, for me anyways, with Arya and the twins and leading up to that point and seeing the lead up. And it was almost, you knew what was coming, but
she's challenging Cersei for #1 killer on the show. That's for sure.
And yes, we're going to credit, a lot of the credit's going to go to Arya and Maisie Williams for an excellent performance in that. But really it needs to go to, I don't know his name, but the actor that plays Walter Frey, for those little subtle differences in the way he's playing the character there, to be Arya Stark in that moment, or be Arya Stark in that moment, and the way he delivered that monologue. We'll get all into it a little bit later, but that in a lot of ways
brave men
was the highlight point of the episode for me. And also the other highlight point of this episode, and maybe we might get into some contention here, was Jaime fucking Lannister in this episode. I loved him in this episode. I love how he dealt with Cersei, it leading me to my thought that yes, he might actually ball up and kill Cersei this season. I liked how he dealt with urine. I liked how he cleaned that urine right off the floor when the dog dropped some right there. Just like you stupid fucking Greyjoy, you're useless, you suck, I like killing you, get the fuck out of there. Take that silver tongue ass shit out of my house right now, Jaime Lannister. So I like Jaime in this episode, Joe.
There's hope for him. I feel like there's hope for him still.
He's always talked to Cersei like that, and
David Bradley.
I don't know. The best parts about it were the eye rolls every time she was like, "He killed our father and our sister." You know,
I love how at one point in that he smiled when she's like, "He's the hand of the queen. He's doing this, that, and another thing." And I swear, Jaime
sounds about right.
He goes, "Yeah, that's 2 points for Jaime." We got to go in the live motherfucking chat, and thank you to every one of our FOPs that joined us today in the big live chat with where we had some other people on our channel. We also got Joe, who's got the Game of Thrones wine there, I think, with the red.
That will got one red, one white.
Excellent. They're going to be trying that on. I'm drinking the Game of Thrones beer right now, so the faceless men can change their voice and their height too. Says Generic. What do you think about that? The faceless man, it's an awesome talent to learn how to change one's face, or is it just an illusion? It's more of a
I don't know. She sounded an awful lot like Frey. She fooled the whole family.
The goat says this episode was mint. Urine. Sansa got on my nerves tonight. Oh, we're gonna get into Sansa tonight.
Oh, I knew it.
Because my problem with Sansa doesn't have to do with whether she is right in what she's saying. It's how she's going about saying it. How she's using undermining Jon in public. If we learned anything from fucking Godfather, it's we don't undermine our bosses in public. You can talk shit to Jon in private, tell him he's an asshole, but in front of all those northern lords, the king of the north, the king of the fucking north.
Yeah, he's already been declared by all of them the king of the north. I agree with you. She should have waited and kept her mouth shut at that moment.
And one more thing on Arya. Yeah, I love how Arya basically got rid of her enemies like Gus Fring would. Spoiler alert. Yeah. Kind of like poisoning everybody and just sitting there.
I gotta say, where'd she go? This was a Joe Strix moment here.
We'll wait. Let's wait to see to see what happens next episode, Joe. I keep that Joe Strix in there. I don't think Arya is going to King's Landing. Let's go with David Bradley is the name of Walter Frey actor. I hope they don't overdo the Lyanna Mormont character.
Not possible. Overdo it. She is awesome.
Hashtag kill Sansa in the live chat right now. Bill, you coming? I'm coming all over the place. What are you talking about? Godfather, don't ever talk shit in front of others. Paraphrase. Yeah, don't ever talk fucking shit in front of your own family, Santino. You've had your penis too much in that friggin' girlfriend up there with the large vagina. Anyone who's ever read the Godfather book will know that I'm not making that up. It's actually in the book. But it really is. Okay, so also we get this is one of those things that a couple people in the live chat were talking about and asking the question, what was Euron? I'm sorry. I'm going to be calling him Urine a lot. Euron was saying to Cersei about what gift she's going to bring him. Some people say it might be a dragon. There's questions if a horde was going to materialize on the show. I think he's talking about Tyrion. I think he made a couple of mentions about you killing your kin and wanting to, and your brother fucked you over just like my family fucked him over. So I think personally, this is just my speculation, that Euron is going to send a force to kidnap to try to get Tyrion.
They're already hiding out on Dragonstone.
Yeah.
They could possibly be hiding on Dragonstone, but I think that's the gift that he's going to try to bring Cersei. Not necessarily a dragon. I think it's going to be because he kept talking about how family.
Tyrion is a dragon.
In your mind, yeah, the Tyrion is a dragon. Gift equals Tyrion. That's what Ozzy Tenor says. I thought Tyrion too, says Danielle. I think Alaria might be the gift, says Lady. Heath Hinton, the Sand Snakes and the Dorn Queen could be the gift. Timo in the live motherfucking chat. Richard, how badass was the Mountain's armor? Joe, did you like the Mountain freaking out at Euron there?
It's a new Kingsguard uniform, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. It seems to be based around that style that Cersei had in Winds of Winter. Wow, holy shit. Thank you to everyone that's joining us right now. And if you haven't already, hit that like button on this video. Join the fun all season and make sure you subscribe to join us all season right after the episode airs to babble about this. We also have, I forgot to mention when the show started, we have a voicemail and a call-in line right now too. You can call and leave a voicemail or a text if that's your speed at 781-990-8509. Or if you're really fucking brave and you want to ask Joe Dirty Locks a question, you can call in at 657-383-0370. Again, that's 657-383-0370.
Making dares to the fucking internet. What's wrong with you?
We got a lot of people drunk from wine, drunk from. I hope everyone's enjoying their Game of Thrones festivities tonight. Dinner, fucking drinks, getting back into it. And I think that was the best aspect of all of this, kind of getting back into Game of Thrones. When you've been starving for a long time with this, I'm trying to separate myself from the starving for a long time. I need a fucking cracker. They gave me my Game of fucking Thrones cracker. I'm freaking out. I'm awesome. Between how good of an episode this was, I definitely think it was better than the Red Woman at the beginning of last season. I think this did better job of kind of setting things in motion, not necessarily having to clear the decks of anything. I like where the story's going. I like how we got right into it with Danny about let's get going. There's no her on at the sea at all. There's Bran passing through the wall right away. This Cersei and Jaime already getting the plan, already knowing about Daenerys crossing over. Funny, Cersei didn't mention anything about dragons though. She talked about how they have the Dothraki coming through. They talked about how they had the Unsullied, but do they just not know about the dragons yet, or they don't believe it?
Or they don't believe it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The episode was the episode was tight. The episode was great. We won Giants. Very serious question.
Giants.
Here's the thing.
Goodness,
you're talking about
Giants.
two fucking armadas sailing across the ocean. Both of them getting to basically King's Landing and Dragonstone. They're right fucking next to each other, right? They're not that far away. Right here on the map, it's like, it's pretty close. So it's got to make you think, how does two great armadas, or at least supposedly one great commander, not send out scout ships, not know like what's coming a month in advance with that many ships?
Yeah.
Not to mention, we did get the 1,000 ships just materializing, and we even got Euron almost trolling the audience, saying, "Yeah, the Iron Islands only has rocks and shit. Like, there's no wood. They still built 1,000 ships." Let's take
and then there's this woman let 1,000 ships roll up into her fucking harbor that could easily just lay siege to fucking King's Landing right now.
Well, but that's the thing. Like,
here you go, Danny.
Who do they have protecting their harbor? I mean, who do they have? They have no one protecting them.
Nothing. You're barely the queen of three kingdoms.
How many Lannister soldiers are there?
Jamie asks some very good questions.
Yes.
Where he's just like, listen, what do we do here?
He's suspicious. He is suspicious.
Do you think he's just almost resigned to, we're dead now? There's literally nothing we can do here. We're fucking dead.
You fucking killed this bitch.
Fucking killed us, pretty much, yeah. And I love how she tries to spin it on him, too. Because you left Tyrion dead. This is all because of Tyrion. Now he's controlling that Dragon Queen, bitch. But anyways, before we get into our recap, let's take a couple calls that we have right now. This first one is area code 321. Caller, say your name, where you're calling from, and then what your question is. So, caller, area code 321, you're on. Are you? No, he's not on yet.
I think that's me.
That's you.
Hey now.
Yeah,
huh?
you are on. What's going on? Sorry about that.
Hi, Phil. This is Timo.
Timo.
Hi, Joe. Hi, beautiful Katie. Hi, everybody. So I need to vent.
Do it. The floor is yours for the next few minutes.
Bitch had the nerve to want the Umbers and Karstark's family to be disbanded. Mind you, her father was deemed a traitor, so she's the fucking biggest hypocrite on earth.
Oh.
Like, if that's the case, then she shouldn't even have Winterfell. What the fuck is she talking about? That's number one. Number two, did she really try to compare Joffrey and Jon?
And then she did the whole
and her little ladylike status.
Yeah,
huh?
And then she did the whole just kidding thing afterwards too. Like, she totally did that.
Yes. And then she, everybody says like, oh, she plays the lady part. She plays like she acts like a lady and that's her strength. What kind of fucking lady speaks out of line in front of people like that?
Who wants to be a fucking lady? Don't be a lady, Sansa.
But I mean, the fact that Sansa even wanted the houses to just be disbanded, like the kids didn't do anything. The kids had no choice of that. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get people who are like bannermen for life. You get people bannermen for life whenever you do something. What was that quote? Like, somebody bend the knees and help them up when they're down.
Yep,
or something.
Something like that.
Now, if Jon had just said, "Oh, fuck the kids, you all are just goodbye," I just fuck that whole family. That means he just made two families enemies for life.
Yep.
Is she that much of a dumbass?
And well, what would she have them do? Like, kill the kids then? Like, okay, should we assassinate these kids?
With the whole family.
Yeah, that's what she wanted to do. We should wipe out their family. We should Tywin Lannister this. What would Tywin Lannister do? He would wipe out the family. That's what you should do, John. Because Tywin outsmarted Robb. That's what you should do.
And so ultimately, she ended up helping Jon immensely because the people are that much more behind him now.
The White Walkers coming. We need men. And here she is like, oh, they fought against Ramsay. Shut the fuck up. Listen, I didn't think I could ever hate Sansa as much as I did. And I have to give D&D credit, or whoever wrote this episode. I got to give them credit because I loathe her. I wanted to punch the fuck out of my TV. Like, I really wanted to punch the TV.
Awesome.
Oh my God.
Awesome stuff as always, Timo. Lots of love to you.
Thank you. Other than
the passion.
Yeah, other than that,
I like Euron.
I liked him better in this episode than I liked him all of last season. Liked him better in this episode than all season. Yeah, he was streaming all over the floor.
Thank you.
Sorry, that was horrible. So, Joe, do you have any response to what Timo said? I saw you clapping along the way.
Absolutely right. That's like the first thing I thought was, what the fuck's wrong with her? She her whole house was taken from her, and her whole thing has been get it back. It's rightfully ours, and we weren't traitors. And come on, it's appalling. Appalling. She learned nothing. And then she's like, would it be so bad listening to me? Yeah, if I listened to you in this circumstance, it would have been horrible. Maybe I would have listened to you if you had told me I had 40,000 men and I should wait a day before attacking.
There's a big difference between being open-minded and listening to someone and agreeing with them and actually following their advice. Yeah. Everyone should be listened to because all voices matter. There you go.
Flat Earth climate deniers.
So let's take another call. This is area code 919. Area code 919. What's your name? Where are you calling from? What's your question?
Hey, this is the talker, the bloody talker.
Oh, hey, bloody talker.
Timo, you're gonna save me so much time. Thank you so much. You fucking nailed it. I just want to add one thing.
Yep.
I mean, did you see the two kids? They were terrified.
Terrified.
They thought their heads were about to come off in that meeting right there. Like they thought they were fucking done.
Yep.
That's like
they were if they had listened to Sansa.
House for life.
Yep.
And then what do you need? Do you really need internal division right now when you're trying to fight external forces?
Nope.
Oh yeah, that's smart. Let me just fucking start a civil war in the north. Yeah, no.
No.
That would fucking Sansa. God.
And I like Cersei for what she is, a crazy nightmare, but she's not someone you learn from when you're trying to galvanize a force together. I mean, if you're trying to break people apart, maybe you use your Cersei Littlefinger advice. But in that situation, she's like, yeah, I kind of admire Cersei on some level. No, you shouldn't admire Cersei on any level.
She didn't say she admired.
Maybe if it's the remains of the
John asked her.
Like,
she learned a lot.
The houses that didn't stand with you, which basically sided with the Boltons anyway. They just didn't send men. So
100%.
I mean, like you said, you're trying to punish people for sins they didn't do. She's a hypocrite. But I mean, just one thing. I was fucking right about Sam. We're wasting time with Sam. All that time was shit and piss. And what did we learn? There's dragon glass at Dragonstone. Thank you, Sam.
We already
appreciate that knowledge. Somebody already fucking told you that when they was at the wall. He lived there. Fucking
that I have.
Good job.
Bloody talker.
I'm glad you went to the restriction section and learned that wisdom. We're so thankful, Sam. Send a raven, quick. We need to know that.
But I'm so. Oh, sorry, bloody talker. Great point though. But I didn't believe him. I thought he was full of shit. What? You fucking motherfucker. Katie,
well, at least we found out what Jorah was.
Katie, were you saying something about what the caller was saying? I thought I heard you say something.
No, there was just one of you said that Sansa said she admired Cersei, and I just corrected a little bit. Yep. John said you seem like you admire her. She just said that she learned a lot.
Right. And she says I learned a lot from her. Everyone that went against her was murdered or something like that.
Yes.
It was she never actually says it. It's just it's sort of like
she came across that way to John.
Across that way a little bit. But
and apparently a lot of the audience.
Yeah, to a lot of the audience. It's more than just a few people. So,
consensus.
Even Analysis of Thrones, who's one of the biggest Sansa supporters somewhere, is going, about her. But she looked real pretty. She looked real pretty doing it.
She's just a confused little girl trying to make her way in a difficult man's world.
Everyone's Simo says all Sansa fans should be Cersei fans. She didn't learn jack shit from anything. Big Finger says Stone
learn jack shit.
Sam says Cersei gets 10 times better every game she plays. Jimmy says, is that the crow on camera? Silly Rabbit says, is that the bird? Jor says, put on a stone or two. HBO crashed during Game of Thrones. Figures King J. Uno, my big cock, quote, you're on Greyjoy, 2016. Timo, Cersei is stupid. Have fun getting used by Euron, says Phil. Great name, Phil. The only thing that she can learn from Cersei now is how to be a survivor, says Hannah Pie.
That is an nail on the head. Cersei is, if nothing else, a survivor.
Oh, I said that wrong. What he said. Jorah put on a stone or two. Yeah, he did. Yeah. Well said. Sorry, I killed your line there for time. Why didn't Euron just offer Cersei his big cock? Isn't that his play? Good question. Good question. But I did enjoy at least his performance of Euron better than the 2 scenes we got last year. For whatever it's worth.
Fun for what it was worth.
Do you like the new goth emo Euron instead of the dirty pirate?
All goth emo.
Everyone's going all that. I like the way
he was a little pirate.
I thought the ships looked kind of cool sailing into King's Landing. That was a good visual and stuff. So let's take a couple more calls before we get into our recap. This is from, I think, our neck of the woods, area code 601. I think that's Maine, maybe. Area code 601. Who are you? Where are you calling from?
Man, this is not your neck of the woods. This is Heath down in Mississippi. What's up, buddy?
Oh, how's it going? No, Mississippi's my neck of the woods. Every woods is my neck of the woods, buddy. How's it going?
How are y'all doing, guys?
Squeal for miles in the woods.
How are you? How'd you enjoy this episode?
Good, guys. Oh, one thing. Thank God we only got 30 seconds of Gilly. That's a plus. Thank you, D&D.
Yep.
Number two, Sansa. Katie just said it. Sansa said she learned a lot from Cersei, and killing those kids would be something Cersei would do. I want you on a bit later on this season.
So right.
We're gonna see a scene where Jon is gone and Cersei. I'm sorry, Cersei. Sitting somewhere, petting Ramsay's dogs, threatening someone, just kind of the way Cersei would do. Plus, she's got Baelish in her ear. What do you want to bet? She kills Baelish with the dogs while she's sitting there petting them.
Whoa.
And just want to know your opinion on that. I think that would be like a fucking awesome scene. Just my thoughts. No. I'm going to get off the line and partake a little bit. So y'all have fun with that.
enjoy your sandwich, Heath. But that is amazing. While you were talking there, that's one thing that just never occurred to me or never popped in, that Sansa would adopt a dog wolf pack of her own by taking Ramsay's dogs as her default in a sense as the dogs. I could see something like that happening. I wonder if that's too cool though, because I actually really like that.
It is kind of too cool, probably. I was just thinking, I do think that at some point in this season, Sansa is going to have to face that moral decision between going the Cersei route with shit or really supporting her brother Jon Snow in being the King of the North and backing off.
Personally, Katie, I think she ultimately goes the supporting of the Stark. I think when it all comes down to it, I can give her shit until the sun. I think I just hung up on someone on the phone line by accident. Please call right back in. I wasn't like, I hate that area code. I'm not taking that call. So I'm sorry if I hung up on you by accident. I got click happy right there. It's like click, 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 click. But I like to think that where it all comes down, everything that she's thinking is, how can I help House Stark? And it's just about different ways of thinking that they want to reach the same goal. I think Jon's a little bit more focused on the army to come, and I guess I don't like how. I think
Sansa's a little more focused on House Sansa.
I don't know. I think she's.
Why won't you listen to me?
She's just because she thinks she knows what's best.
Yeah, she's very opinionated.
It's going to be really interesting when Bran shows up and can be another person to, because I don't know. She sounds like she's talking a big game. Oh, Jon, you're more afraid of the northern armies than the southern armies. Oh, you dealt with worse. I dealt with Ramsay Snow. You think you've dealt with the north, the thing that's coming from the north? Does she really know what's coming from the north?
She has no idea. She has no clue. None of them do. Only the Black and the Wildlings know what's fucking coming.
Yeah, I think they're really hammering that point home. No one really gets what is coming for them except the people that have seen
Katie,
it.
The minute she sees a fucking White Walker or a White,
oh god,
Team Jon all the way. Fuck all this. I don't think she's that stupid, that egocentric. I think she's just getting wrapped up in it and feeling a little power trip because she's feeling good for the first time in forever.
That's what I'm hoping.
She's feeling a sense of power and control.
She's got to wake the fuck up. Or once Arya shows up, I know you don't think that's going to happen, Joe. Once Arya shows up,
no, I didn't say it's not going to happen. I said it's not going to happen until after she finishes her list. There's no reunion with her. She's staying hidden. The fucking winter's coming. Not Arya Stark.
She's focused. She
retired nurse asks, "Where's Arya's work? Wolf somewhere lost in the woods." I hope we do see her this season.
I so hope so.
So everyone is saying Sansa's evil after basically Arya just killed more people in one setting than Dexter did over 7 seasons. Bill Sotheby back in the chat. I still can't believe all the people saying Sansa is worse than Cersei. You people are fucking idiots.
Oh, well, that's a little extreme.
She blew up half of fucking King's Landing.
Damn.
Like, come
Yeah,
on. Or at least like
Sansa hasn't
16th
gone
of
that
it.
far yet.
Like, she blew up a couple square blocks. She committed a horrible, horrible act.
Well, and like I said, however dumb you think what Sansa, like what her opinion in that moment was, she really did Jon a huge favor. The people loved, especially once those children walked out and everyone saw how terrified they were. And one was a girl, so the poor sweet little girl. Jon's sparing their lives,
red hair,
and
just like
them
Sansa.
Continue with their lands and their money. So everyone is that much more invested in Jon as their king. She did him a huge favor.
On the geometry.
Whether she intended to or not.
Okay,
Sansa.
so let's take a few more calls and then we will get into that other section here. This is area code 972. Welcome to the show. Who are you and where are you calling from? Wait, one more second. 972, you're on.
Well,
hey, what's going on?
Hey, Phil. Hey, just wanted to say, man, I love your show, and I couldn't wait to talk Game of Thrones again.
Dude, I'm so excited.
Oh, yeah. So excited.
And just a quick question, then I'll hear you guys, and I'm watching you guys live.
Yep.
Is there, the scene where all the White Walkers are walking down and marching down, and we see the giants and all that? Real cool. Is them not showing Hodor walking amongst them? Is there a chance, maybe, maybe
I hope
come
not.
back and maybe we can see him again?
Hodor.
I'm going to leave you that.
Okay,
I'm going to leave you with that.
Good call, my friend. Thank you so
I
much.
was trying to look to see if I recognized anyone.
I think it didn't. Oh, I don't know. I think I may have hallucinated it, but I was thinking they said something about burning the bodies, but I don't know. How would they do that? Bronn and what's her face?
Hold the door. That was Nymeria in the preview. Oh, there was a Nymeria in the preview. I didn't watch the preview, so I'm gonna hold off on that one. Not because I don't want to be spoiled. I'm do a reaction video on it, so I'm trying to hold off a little bit. So maybe we do get a little Nymeria next episode. She's just as dumb as Tywin. When you get back in the corner, you call on your enemies to help you because you're fucked up that bad, says T baby. Nymeria in the preview. Wait, zombie Hodor is possible. People in the live chat.
It's possible.
We're going to take two more calls, the two people that are on hold right now, and then we're going to get into the recap. So this is area code 347. What's going on?
Hi, hello.
Hey, what's going on tonight?
Hey, this is Giselle calling from New York. How are you guys?
We're doing awesome. How are you? How'd you like the episode?
Pretty. I don't know. I had high points and low points. Sansa's getting a lot of hate tonight. By the way, you hung up on me earlier. I think it's because you read my mind. Unpopular opinion. Okay.
Here we
go.
Don't
hate me yet.
Here we go. Let's get the unpopular opinion hat on. Keep going.
Yeah. Okay, guys. I feel like Sansa was not that bad. She was getting so much hate today, and it's just way too much hate. I have to come through and let you guys know that Sansa
it's not too much hate.
is one of the characters that you would have expected to be dead, right? Like at this point in the game, all of the characters that have made it through, you can see why they're still alive. Sansa is, she's the naive little girl. You'd expect her to be out, in season 1. You would expect her to die first, but
she's alive because she had value, and the other people were at least smart enough to see that.
But that's the point.
She's a naive little girl, and she played that role, and she played it really, really well. And I do think that she did have a point with, what she said to Jon, and you could hear the other houses did agree with her when she said, and I think the line where she said, so there's no reward for loyalty. There's no punishment for treason and no reward for loyalty. And really, I feel like that really hit home because it's what are you saying? The people who betrayed you, you're still going to let them be. But the people who actually supported you, what do they get? Just hey, thanks. You know what I mean?
Just like Phelan Greyjoy wasn't put to death.
And I understand that it does seem petty with, with the bigger
I'll let you reply,
picture,
Joe.
But, sorry?
Oh, no, Joe wants to reply. What are you going to say, Joe?
Well, just like Balon Greyjoy wasn't put to death after his rebellion, they just took his kid. You know, it's not necessarily, yeah, it's not necessarily, like John was saying, like the other houses that were agreeing with him, they were agreeing because they, you know, they blow with the wind, and half of them were like, oh, maybe we'll get that fucking castle out of it. One of the guys was like, rip the whole thing down, rip the castle down, and my lands expand.
Yeah.
You know, like that's what they're not looking for anything but to like line their own pockets. They don't necessarily agree with Sansa, like kill the fucking kids. They just want fucking more.
Well, and it's not necessary. It's not an unprecedented viewpoint.
No, it's not.
Just even among the good people of the lands. I mean, it's not like she took that out of the Bolton Handbook or the Cersei Handbook.
They take it out of the Bolton.
I don't think Sansa's the type to say kill the kids either. Like, I don't think that's what she was suggesting. But I think she was I don't think that she was saying, hey, like, kill, you know, go Arya stalking them or whatever. But
just throw the highborn children into the slums.
Keep their houses.
They'll live.
You know, rather than letting them stay in your inner circle where they could easily betray you again. You know, move them down the line and, you know, put these other houses who showed loyalty to you in your time of need, you know, give them some kind of reward. I think that's where she was coming from, not like, you know, off with the kids' heads or anything. I don't think that's
for the rest of the family.
Side note, Ed Sheeran in this episode did not like it.
It was awful. Okay. It was awful.
I know everyone's like Sansa, but for me, like Ed Sheeran, no, he's got to go. Look, I'm sorry. Okay, they're already stars, but I don't need this to be like a star-studded event. Like, I don't want to stable through. Like, to me, it kind of like took me out of like the Game of Thrones.
Especially when they gave him his one line, in his line delivery was awful. I don't want to be nitpicky, but it was the one line he gave, he couldn't even do it right. If he had just shut up and not talked in the scene, I wouldn't have mattered. But they gave him a line too. It's just fucking.
Yeah.
Just sing for us. Holy shit, we got our first super chat donation tonight. Thank you so much for checking out the show, and thank you for an alternate perspective. Excellent call. All
right, awesome.
Talk to you soon. No, I'm glad I took your call.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Great. Awesome. I love hearing alternate perspectives. So first super chat donation of the night. People don't know, when we get super chat donations, you get a spin of the wheel, a spiel of the bin. I can do this. Thank you so much for the super chat donation. Here you go, buddy. Let's spin this motherfucker and see where it lands. Okay. So our last caller of this early section, then we're going to get into our recap, is area code 267. Area code 267, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hey, guys. This is Azimuth Games.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
I just wanted to put in two small comments on the show.
Please do.
The one first was I was thinking about Jaime, and I was starting to worry about him when the Targaryens get to King's Landing, if they make it there. No, I don't think they're going to forgive him for what he did to the Targaryens and the Rhaegar. I worried about what's going to happen with Jaime.
Especially if you've seen, one second. Especially if you've seen that picture of him in, I don't want to spoil too much, but one of the images that got released, or the trailer where he's like charging the battlefield. If anyone's not seen the trailer, where he's like charging a drag, it looks like he's charging a dragon on the battlefield. It looks like Jaime's probably gonna not even sacrifice himself, essentially. Pull a I'm gonna fucking kill all you motherfuckers after some.
It's gonna be a dragon snap.
But what was your other point?
Yeah. And then the other was I don't fully agree with Sansa, but I also think that I think what she was trying to do was win a castle for Littlefinger, because I feel like he wants to make his own house, and
he does. Yeah.
He wanted to kind of
has Harrenhal
his power. I don't think she was being evil or anything, but I think she was trying to make sure that there was a place for him.
Nah, he has Harrenhal, and he's ward of the fucking Vale for Aaron, for the Robin Aaron, who's like the little lord. So I don't think she's really concerned with what he will, just what he might be able to do for her. And honestly, I don't think she really gives a shit what he has to say. I think
she said it to Brienne.
Yeah,
we need his soldiers.
That's all.
Yeah,
great stuff, my friend. Talk to you soon.
Don't care. She knows what he wants. He doesn't even want pussy. He just wants the guise of pussy. He wants what I can give him power wise. He wants North,
the consolation prize that for Catelyn.
Just want to look in the live motherfucker. Send some love out to our buddy Mo Genie. Lots of love to Mo. Check him out. Great people. Lots of people in the live motherfucking chat tonight. Timo says, by that logic, Bill, then we got the Sansa discussion going on in the live motherfucking going on right now. If you guys are watching us later, watching the replay of this, and you're like, what is he fucking talking about at the chat? That's if you watch us live, you can get in, have an awesome discussion with some of the best people from around the world, and talk shit about the episode right afterwards. It's a lot of really awesome people having crazy discussions.
Did you spin the wheel?
Yes, I did. I looked at what it is. What was it? It says, oh no, that doesn't say what I think it says. Tom says, if you were from one of these northern houses, would you believe in ice fucking zombies without plausible proof of the word of crows and wildling scum? Would that be enough for you, Joe?
Well, I mean, that depends on how you were raised and what house you come from.
And whether or not you've seen the dragons. Like, dragons. Until you see them fly overhead, and then you're like, yeah, maybe there are White Walkers up north too.
Well, I mean, no one wants to believe in this shit that's coming to destroy the world as you know it. Who wants to believe that's happening?
Lots of people.
Not the world, as you fucking know.
All the preppers want to believe.
Are we going to see a couple people have been asking the Hodor questions? And we will get to the voicemails and the text and some other calls that we have in a little while. But right now, it's about time. We've wasted enough fucking time here to waste more. It would be a fucking shame. Let's do it.
We don't know what it is. Duma doesn't know what it is. Nobody knows what it is. Nobody gets to know what the wheel says.
Oh, what does the wheel? We just got another fucking another one too. Love you guys. You were the best. P.S. The Patriots are assholes. Love you guys. You two are the best. P.S. The Patriots are assholes. And the first wheel spin actually did land on Phil take a shot or finish your drink. And we've got a second wheel spin here, and this one is gonna be
Phil take a shot.
So I'm gonna finish my drink in a second here.
Another shot too. Watch.
We'll see about that. So that is the magic wheel. So anytime you get a super chat donation, we're hugely thankful to you guys that help us out and help us keep growing and having fun. So we want to make it a game. Joe rant.
Oh, it's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
I mean, you're guaranteed a rant. I don't know why that's even up there. It's like on-demand rant.
Shot on the
what am I going to on-demand rant, Phil? There is nothing to rant on demand. I can't do it. How does someone do that? That's like the most foolish fucking thing I've ever heard. Start bitching about something. Just boom. Find something to bitch about. Everybody loves to hear you bitch. Bitch.
Be a fucking professional and fucking bitch.
Oh, my God. How do you do that? Just like on the spot. Bitch. Right? Just doesn't make any sense, Phil. Take that off of there right now.
Fuck you.
Erase it.
Asshole.
So you wanted a rant. I couldn't think. I can't.
Have patience. It will come.
It will come. Have patience. It will come. You'll take a shot instead for you.
If he drinks
Wait, I just ranted.
No, it happened. Rantception. Bill Sotheby said we got a rantception. Got the rant
rain check.
So we open up to this episode to a really awesome last season wrap up. It was one of the best like last season on Game of Thrones kind of sections I think they've ever had. It was just really
back. Yeah.
Okay. There's a good suggestion there. Someone put a suggestion of what I should rant about. So whoever does that donation, if it lands on a Joe rant, they have to tell me what to rant about. I will automatically take the opposite side of what I believe, unless I believe absolutely bad shit about it. If I already believe it's awful, I will rant away on my opinion. But if I think it's something good, I'll think of how to rant. You pick the topic. That's all.
Yes.
John says, "Boo! That was a subpar rant."
It was a subpar rant. That was. I didn't have. I had no heart in it.
No.
There was no heart there. I need topic.
He needs passion.
But that was the rant for that spin. So hey,
there we go.
There you go.
You like want another one? Get another one.
Yeah, you want another rant? Spin the wheel. Spin the fucking wheel, man.
You take a chance. Spin the wheel and take your chances, assholes. What the fuck?
Fuck. Channel the inner Rush Limbaugh. Oh my God.
Rush.
Pill popping fucking cherry face.
Pick of Destiny says spontaneous rant on spontaneous ranting. So our episode opens up with like I said, a really good last season on Game of Thrones. The cold open. We got a cold open for. I know we got one in season 1. How many? I don't know. I think we got one last season 2 in the Hound episode.
Yeah, there was definitely one. The Hound starts out. He's like chopping wood or some shit. I heard you got taken down by I'd hate to see the size of the man that took you down. He was a she. You mean to tell me a girl took you down? Yup. Thwack. Like that's the opening scene. I think of that one. And it's all like
Game of Thrones
Little Fairy on the Prairie fucking music playing in the background or whatever it is. Little House on the Prairie music in the background and shit. Like
wait, you said Little Fairy on the Prairie. That's a good. That's good rhyme.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's poetic.
Oh.
Little fairy. There was a little fairy on the prairie, down in the morning sun. Daenerys came in with a dragon and burned them all to hell and broke the fucking wheel.
That didn't rhyme.
Yeah, I don't know.
I forgot what I was driving halfway through, and I just felt like Daenerys. So we open up last. Oh, we got another the goat.
Oh, the goat.
Let me spin that fucking shit. We open up last season. The cold open. Arya's at the Twins. We see Walter Frey slam down a cup and give a speech about hey, I'm Walter Frey. I don't really give 2 feasts in a single fortnight. Just everyone relax. And right away, you're like, this is Arya, obviously, because Walter Frey got killed last season.
Well, and this, I mean, even if you didn't know Walter Frey got killed, like, this was way too nice for Walter Frey. This was way too
Joe ran again, so I'm going to again.
Wait, okay. Nobody wants another Joe rant. He didn't get to pick.
Oh no, I want another Joe rant. I think double in an order deserves a second spin.
Did you do your shot? Did you finish your beer?
No.
Oh, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
I already ranted. Oh yeah, look at that. I'll finish my 2 sips of beer that I keep stashed over here off camera, just in case I have to finish a beer.
We have a lot to get through.
Eat your bum there, Joe. So we see Arya. She gives this speech. We see all the Freys gathered together, and winter's finally come for our family. There's no Dorn piss wine here. There's a proper Arbor Gold wine. You guys are heroes. She toasts to them, and they all drink. He tells his wife not to drink, and he doesn't want to waste wine on a damn woman. Now, he says she's a very friendly Walter. You said it a second ago.
So congenial, way too congenial.
Yeah, they should have known right away that he's
no. I agree. I agree that they should have known right away, and they might have been thinking something was up until
Arbor missed. Thank you.
Until he starts in with the and brave men, you slit the belly open of a pregnant woman and cut a mother of 5's fucking from ear to ear. Brave men, all of you. You did this. You betrayed brave men, and they all start getting uncomfortable and dying. Like that's when they start realizing that this is like there's no reason for any of those men in that room to believe Walder Frey wasn't actually the person that was killing them at that moment. It makes total sense. He's a fucking disgusting old fuck.
Absolutely.
And as much as family means family, that's something he might do.
Yep.
Because I want this one specific person to lead and take over my family. So I'm going to kill all these other fucking Walders that mean phrases that mean whatever.
I just love how she just gets in that you haven't killed all the Starks, not all of them, and you left one. And if you leave one wolf alive,
they'll come back and eat all you fucking little sheep.
The sheep are not safe. I am Arya in the north. And then she stops. She talks to the wife, and she says, "If anyone asks who did this, say tell them the North remembers as the new
winter came for the phrase."
And goodbye, House Frey. Goodbye, fucking one person. One person took down House Frey.
One young girl.
The Freys are dumb anyway, says Nora.
You expect me to arm my little daughter of 12 or whatever?
I love the little bear. She is awesome.
Oh, she's so cute. She's so cute. But what's not cute is our next scene when we see the waste of winter as it hangs on a shot for a good while.
Ooh,
and it's a real slow-moving shot. And I think this is... I don't know if we're going to see them every episode. I think we're not going to see them for a few episodes after that.
I don't think so.
Them moving, and I think we're going to be dealing with Daenerys stuff for a while. So it hangs on a shot, and we can see the shadow. It just builds up, and then we see like what looks like a puff of smoke, but it's just kind of like a storm cloud following them. And then
it reminded me of the Nothing from the Never-Ending Story.
It reminded me of the black smoke monster from Lost for a second. But
out of the two things, that's really what came to mind first, not the Nothing.
It really did. I'm sorry.
It's more recent.
These hands told them.
Oh, it's so sad.
Then there was nothing.
Someone said, but no ice spiders. No ice spiders.
No ice.
But I absolutely love this part. 1998 champions.
Me too. Yes.
Yeah, this was a really awesome section. And
oh my goodness, the giants.
And then we see the white giants walking along there.
That answers some big questions.
Yeah, dude.
Well, how come those spiders? But Joe, go on that for a second. What do you think of ice giants?
Fuck yeah. Why not? Why wouldn't there be? What did that board say there?
The what, huh?
The spin. But yeah, of course there should be white giants. Like if they didn't burn the white, like first off, you know how much fuel it takes to like burn a human body?
So it has to be
like a pyre is a lot of wood it takes to actually burn a human body up. Yep. So it only makes sense that they were like, what are we gonna do?
Giants.
Cut down a fucking an acre of woods to burn those fucking things? Let's just hope they don't come back.
Yeah.
And whoops, bad gamble.
Like,
all three of them. Why didn't John burn the bodies? He should have burned the bodies.
And wasn't time to burn them all, I guess.
Can't burn. That takes a lot of time. You have to supervise.
And those might have been dead from a long time ago.
And I don't want to bring other shows in there, other shows into this. But Stephanie's response at that point in time, right there, was, "Wow, they fucking do zombies 1 billion times better than the Walking fucking."
I thought that.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
That was the exact thought in my head.
One scene, they're more horrifying and developed. Scarier than that whole show that's based around zombies.
It's sad. It's sad.
And I don't want to use this as an opportunity to bash on the show, but we're doing it anyways. Fuck you, show.
Well, I've said it all along.
Capable of better.
As soon as Hardhome hit, first off, from season 1, that opening scene with whatever that was, with the little lordling in the Night's Watch, that opening fucking scene to the whole show, like from there. And then right up to Hardhome, especially Hardhome itself, that episode above all is maybe the best zombie or rage virus or zombie whatever that you can that has been on any show or any movie anywhere that I've seen on any media format anywhere. It is unbelievably fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you 100%. We have a couple of fucking super chat donations. Stephen Michael Davis.
What was the last spin? Jeez.
Yeah, we also got Geek. It landed on both. Take a shot. Are we gonna see a White Walker dragon that you never can tell? I think they could rise anything. I think we're gonna see all sorts of animals. I'm surprised we didn't see the spiders in this scene. To be really honest with you, like with all the talk.
Are we really getting spiders, or is it just fans being like, "I want spiders"? Where?
The old man. It's fine. I was gonna say this before when you were doing your Arya voice about giving the speech. You almost sounded like old Nan. It was great. You're like old Nan telling a story, and then ghosts and goblins and Walter Frey sticks in your bumhole.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it gets hard.
Yeah, so we gotta already do a shot here.
Yeah, I gotta go in the other room to get it. Give me a second with that. Let's continue a little bit with the recap.
You still got 2 more spins too.
I'll come back. One more spin.
No.
Oh, we got 2 donations?
Yeah, there was 2.
So. I thought you said.
Oh, you fucking guys! Someone keep a track of these fucking spins. I need to get my piece of paper out so I can write this shit down. I'll be like press your luck. Let me write 2 spins down, and then we owe a shot. So there we go. I got it written down. So I will remember. I grow spiders, says Silly Rabbit. Okay, so our next we get this amazing. It's just a really awesome example of the army of Whites walking. We focus on one of the giants, and they go into the eye, and it's a really cool transition. This is just one of these like little subtle aesthetic things that Walking Dead is not. Game of Thrones is just really good television, and it's really good art.
It's amazing.
Like in those quick transitions and stuff. It's just done really well. Into Bran's eye as he's with the mirror as they got themselves to the wall and the gates open. We see Dolores Ed, who's looking great. He asks if they're wildlings, and she says, "No, I'm Mira fucking Reed. And this is Brandon fucking Stark. Let us through. Let us through." And Ed says, "How do I know it's true?" And Bran uses this new parlor trick and goes, "Listen, Ed, I know you were at Hardhome. I know you were at the Fist of the First Men. I know you know that the Night's King is coming, and we're all fucked." And Ed thinks to himself, "This guy sounds just depressing enough to be a Stark."
To be John's brother.
He is serious and depressing enough. He is definitely Jon Stark's brother.
Yeah, definitely Jon Stark's brother. Joe and Katie, what are you guys drinking tonight? Are you drinking the Game of Thrones wine? How is?
So I had the wine, and we were all ready to go for the wine, and I couldn't find a fucking proper bottle opener for the wine. We're drinking beer, which is Wachusett blueberries.
Game of Thrones wine next week. We'll be drinking because I'll drink the Game of Thrones wine with you next week. I'll crack open my bottle too.
And then the absolute crap in the back. Oh.
Mira looked hungry, people said in the live chat.
And exhausted.
This episode really had some Better Call Saul cinematography vibes. I agree, Timo. I think they're obviously fans of Vince Gilligan's work and how he does some transitions, and that shit montage was very Better Call Saul-y. So I definitely see some elements of that in there. I mean, you can't help but I know Vince Gilligan talks a lot about being way into Game of Thrones. I assume that they know each other and they're familiar with each other's work. And with Better Call Saul getting a lot of Emmy nods this year, I'm sure more people are.
They're paying attention to each other. If nothing else, they're
three spins.
Paying attention to each other.
3 spins. We'll get one more spin there with Mike writing down. Bloody Talker gave a fucking spin right there. Bloody Talker, you were amazing, and thank you to all of our friends. The only spider I like has no cock and is bald, he said. great comment, Bloody Talker. As always, one of the funniest guys out there.
What species of spider might that be?
The bald ball whistle. So then we get the cool transition to Bran's eyes, as I said. Then they get them inside. He's like, okay. He calls 2 of the Night's Watch guys over to Hodor, Bran in there, and they're like, okay. And Ed stops and he looks out at the winter's coming, and he's like, I'm so dead. There's literally no way I'm surviving this season. I'm fucked. And at least that's the look that he got in his face right there.
Yes. Yeah.
Ed's fucked.
We're screwed.
Everyone at the walls are fucked. It's like in the movie I know it's a real thing, but in the movie Titanic, when all the people are on the bottom floors and you just see the water coming through. Those people are fucked. Yeah, these people are
4 spins, Bill. 4 spins. Got to get these spins out of the way.
No, we got to get the recap out of the way. Plenty of time to do spins at the end, so we can.
I can't do 5 shots all at once at the end.
Let's get through a scene here. We got to make sure we get through the recap here before we just get passed out each other. So John says, then we go. So Ed says I'm fucked. So right here, before we go to this next scene, let's give one spin right here. One spin right there. Okay, spin number 1.
3 more after this.
3 more after that. Spin number 1 is Joe take a shot. No shot. Spin number 2.
See, that's
every time you take a shot.
Or Katie can take your shot too.
No, she's taking one with me.
We're connected.
Okay, Joe take the shot. Next one is
connected at the shot.
Spin again.
What did that say?
Our next, it said spin again. On to our next one, we get to Jon Snow in the north starting to tell people that they need to find dragon glass to make a weapon. 10 push-ups. 10 push-ups. I've changed it to 10 from 20.
That's you.
There we go. Quick one more. Yeah, thank you, Silly Rabbit. We're lucky to have the trolls. Thank you, everyone that's donating on Super Chat. You guys are a fucking great. Another shot.
Yeah, thanks.
And then we spin this right here.
That was Phil's shot. Yep, you need 2 now.
Yeah, I need to take 2. And I also need to make sure I can host this show. That's why I'm waiting. And that is a Joe shot.
No way. How many times is that written up there,
dude? Once. So, but you can wait on that. It's 420. Okay, so let's get into those. Are our spins. Thank you so much, everybody that is donating on Super Chat. Your support means so much, and we hope that the spinning wheel gives you guys a little back for your donations. It means a ton to us that you guys do that, and it's goofy as a son of a bitch. We really do appreciate it. So Joe's speaking some kind of Fen language right now. What's going on? So off to Jon Snow in the north. Telling people in the north they need to find dragon glass to make weapons for it. We need to get people out there drilling with sticks.
Me
and
too.
We need boys, we need girls, we need kids, we need everyone.
Thank you, Aerodo.
And one of the guys, like Glover, I think the guy from the Glover guy is like, I don't know about that. And
I want to punch him in the face.
That's because not only do we need them drilling and digging, we need women training.
And then Lyanna Mormont comes in and just goes, fuck you. The North remembers. House Mormont remembers. We're going to have everyone out there trading, and we don't give a shit. Are you guys going to be pussies? Or are you going to follow me following the fucking King of the North?
She's a bear, dude. She is an absolute fucking bear. Every time she opens her mouth on this show, I am in fucking like, my jaw's on the floor. She shuts these fucking men up like this stupid fucking ignorant cunts themselves. Like, just fucking shut up, you old fucking man. Get with it. We're all gonna fucking die. If we all fucking die, then it doesn't matter if we were out there fighting or not. Nope. We either fight and die, or you all fucking die, and then we fucking die. We're all gonna fucking die if we don't do something. So we better do something, or we're all gonna fucking die. You stupid fuck.
Joe's starting to get his
I've completely deteriorated to Southie, and I'm not even from there.
He's almost to full Southie at this point. So John says the wall's not properly manned in years. As he goes, Lady Mormont is when Lady Mormont's doing her talking. I forgot to mention Brienne. They show one shot of Brienne loving every minute of it.
Oh fuck yeah!
And so then we get John saying the wall hasn't been properly manned in years. I'm the king. I'm not the king of the free folk, but I need the wildling to man the castles. He sends the wildlings to Eastwatch by the sea, which we find out later is about to be fucked, and all the wildlings are going to be dead. So if the wall is breached, Last Hearth and Karthold will be the places that they will go. And this is where we get into the thing that we were talking about a little bit before. Sansa argues in public in front of him that these houses should be punished for treason, and they should have their houses stripped and sent to houses that were loyal to them during the fight with Ramsay.
Right, John, just like you, Sansa. Let's go kill you now, because you know, our dad was a traitor too to the throne. So why don't we all just commit fucking
but he was
seppuku right now?
Timo just donated.
Other people actually were traitors.
Timo, I love you so much.
Did she? No, she didn't.
What?
It's another $10 right there, I think.
What?
No.
So John says, when I'm Lord Commander, I executed men, I passed sentences, swung the sword, but I will not punish a son for the father's sins and take houses away from a family. My decision is final. What do you think about that, Joe? What do you think about John's philosophy in the situation?
John's philosophy in the situation?
Yeah, but John, do you think John...
He's right. I mean, there comes a point where in this society, there is a large amount of people, and it has been done many times. And you see Cersei doing it. Like Harrenhal's traded hands to 3 different families so far. Riverrun was Tully's, and then Freys, and the Lannisters were like, well, we'll just kill you and take it for ourselves and be lords of the Riverland. And it happens left and right. So it's not that it hasn't been working out for anyone, right. It's not that it's out of the question that it happens, but here's the thing. If you don't kill the entire fucking family, someone is laying claims to that property. So like the guy who stood up and yelled in the background before Sansa opened her mouth, we should rip every brick down. We should destroy those castles, take them apart, buy their stones. If you did that, no family could rally to build what was once there. Some of these castles...
Joe, take over. I need to run to the kitchen.
Way too much to rebuild. So you would have someone basically fighting for a plot of land and have no way to actually protect that plot of land once they won it back. Castles are more than just a defensive thing. They're an offensive thing. They sit and they loom over the land like they're beasts. They offer some place for people to go for protection, to rally around, to fortify, to launch attacks from. These are very strategic points on the landscape. Hopefully you've picked strategic points anyways, like the Twins in the Freys, like Winterfell is over a hot spring, like to keep warm during the long winters, like White Harbor, which is on the harbor, like all of these places. They're very strategic points, very very purposefully placed. So ripping one down is almost not an option. That would be very expensive also. Yes. So these families, like this kid, if you're not going to put this kid and this girl that are sitting in this hall that just listen to everybody say, let's take their property and split their shit up amongst these other people who fought. Like, even though if we didn't do what our fucking Lord, Father, and brothers told us to do, we'd have just been murdered and killed off anyway, because they're all fucking common folk. They're all just wielding pitchforks until someone thrusts a sword in their hand and says, "Come die for me."
Until someone,
and if you say, "No, I'm not going to come die for you," they say, "Guess what? You just died for me." Like, so there's not like there's much of a choice to begin with. So by ripping away these lands from these kids, if you don't kill the entire family, there's going to be other Glovers and other Manderleys that are going to find, or whatever fucking houses they were.
You have to sell the score and make things peacefully. Eric,
right, exactly.
says, "I haven't seen you guys since Walking Dead." Welcome back, Eric. We did Better Call Saul in the middle of that.
What did John say? You make peace with our enemies. Did Tyrion say you make peace with our enemies, not with your friends?
Yeah.
So.
We also have another spin coming up, and I wanted to ask the question for our newest super chat donator, Stephen Michael Davis. Thank you so much for the super chat donation. You were fucking amazing, buddy.
Jesus.
Super thank you. Will the North betray Jon Snow like the Night Watch did? And where is Katie's crow form? Katie decided to be in a human form tonight, it's exhausting, like how to sit there for fucking 3 hours with her mind inside of a crow. It's tough. The human form's a lot more comfortable for her. So yeah. So is that. And will the North betray Jon Snow like the Night's Watch did? I don't think so.
No.
And
they don't have time to.
And here's the thing. With all that said,
excellent point, Kate.
I just thought of something too that I want to bring up. With all that said, you heard us all 5 minutes ago. Raving for Arya Stark, who basically did exactly what Sansa said, right? Sansa said, let's take that shit away.
Yeah.
And Arya took it a step further. Arya killed all the fucking men in that family that meant anything to the Frey family. She killed them all in one strike. You don't get to be a fucking family anymore. Boom. Gone. Done.
Wiped out.
Our newest one is a Joe rant. So keep going, Joe.
I mean, there's always the way that maybe there's young Freys. There's so many fucking Freys that are still alive. That someone will be appointed an heir to the Frey kingdom. Or to the Frey lands, and they now have the opportunity to then swear allegiance to either the new queen or to the North,
King of the North,
because they are above. They're pretty much the border to the north. Once you pass the Twins, you're in the north essentially. So they've always been sworn to the Riverlands because, of course, they have the towers that span one of the greatest, mightiest rivers in the Trident and all this bullshit.
Fuck the phrase. So then
fuck the phrase.
We meet we talked a lot about the scene already, but we see Ned and the Umber kid, the Karstarks. He's had them for centuries. We fought together with both the kids. We see that voiceover that we heard from the trailer. Will you guys support us? Yes, now, for always. Said so scared. You guys mentioned they could have been sliding down their things. Okay, shot. Here we go. I don't really have too many shots. Here we go.
Finish it.
Again, in that scene, I don't think Sansa really understands what she's saying until there. She didn't understand she was saying the kids, the children are she was thinking about the family name and the principle of the whole thing.
And Johnny, to answer your question, Carmine might not be joining us in the recaps afterwards, but he will be on the channel a few times this season. He has to work early in the morning, but any night that he doesn't necessarily have to get up early on a Monday, he knows he's always invited anytime he can pop on in. But he will be on the channel a few times during the season on some random casts here and there that are better for him timing wise. But DeGoat says, great speech, Joe and Katie. Phil's going beast mode during that chug. I gotta represent a shot. It is 9% alcohol with Game of Thrones stuff. So it's
that's heavy shit, that Oma gang.
Yeah, it's heavy shit. It's not like I'm just guzzling fucking Budweiser here.
Yeah, if he just put down 6 or 7 ounces, that's a beer.
Yeah. I just want to say that everyone in the live, everyone that left voicemails and text, I see your comments. We'll get to them at the end of the show. And if we do not get to your text message or your voicemail We will get to it on our feedback show that we will be doing this week. This week's feedback guest is going to be the Walking David. So we'll talk a little bit more about that at the end of the episode. But any questions that we don't get to tonight will. I mean, we're not going anywhere soon. It's only 11:30. We're on for a while still. But if we don't get to any questions tonight, and please leave any more questions for our feedback show. I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But that's our next show, probably on Wednesday, I believe. So, and everyone again in the live motherfucking chat, you guys are amazing. Sam, Tom himself, Mad Caps of Laughs, Brandon, Timo, Benjamin, all of you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Hot Pie is Azora High. I agree, Cena. We talked about that earlier. He is. Okay, so then after that, we get Jon and Sansa on an excellent fucking visual of Winterfell.
Oh,
all the aesthetics of this episode, but that visual over the top shot that we got looking down on Winterfell, coming into them talking, I thought was just excellently done. Just if they're taking extra time to do these episodes, maybe they can take a little bit more extra time to put in those little moments.
They wanted to show us the werewood. They wanted to show us the werewood that Bran is headed towards.
It's going to play a pivotal
It's a walled-in werewood that is as old as Winterfell itself, pretty much.
Brienne's new home.
We've seen that tree a dozen times. We saw Arya at it. I mean, Sansa at it last season. We've seen Ned Stark at it. That's season 1, and everybody else at it. So it was important for them to show.
Sansa is a hot pie. I'm sorry, I just needed to say that.
And it was important for them to show it all. I just think one thing's for sure. I liked the shot, but to me, Winterfell still seems too small.
Interesting.
It has always seemed too small. It's like I said, it's supposed to be able to raise 20. It's supposed to be big enough to itself, inside its walls, raise 20,000 fighting men.
That's a lot.
That's fucking a lot, dude. That is a lot. That's inside the fucking walls. But it could only take 12 to hold it. You know, like 12 good men can hold it. But it's supposed to be able to raise 20. Like Winterfell's supposed to be able to raise a lot of fucking men.
Have a good night, Craft Mama. Lots of love to you. So Jon and Sansa have this great visual of Winterfell. He tells her not to question her authority in public. She compares him to Joffrey, and then she says, no, you're pretty far from Joffrey. You're the farthest thing from Joffrey. Then why did you compare him to fucking Joffrey? Why'd you say that if you don't think he has anything to do with him?
Right. That was a bad call. It was a bad
why
analogy.
She took it back very quickly and said, you are as far from Joffrey as.
But you know as well as I do, Katie, that's something that like passive aggressive people do to kind of like get their point across and then retract it. I know someone, I don't want to point it out just in case they ever listen to this show, but it's just always like, yeah. I think you really fucked the situation. I'm kidding. You didn't fuck the situation up. Like they use it as they use that thing to kind of like plant the seed. It's like with a lawyer trick where the jury's supposed to not listen to what the lawyer said, but they say it anyways. And it's like, oh, please ignore what the lawyer said. But he just said it and you heard it. You really want me to ignore that? I'm not going to ignore it. You heard it. So I was kind of one of those things too. It's hard. I know she backtracked that really quick, but it's still.
Yeah, I don't think it was one of those passive. Her backtracking wasn't just oh, you're just okay. I don't think she was being passive aggressive. I don't think she's sophisticated enough to pull off that, if nothing else.
Very fair point, Katie. Very fair point that I can't relate you on that one. I don't think she's that complex either. I think she thinks she is. I think she has, again, to compare her to Cersei.
I learned a lot from Cersei, even though I was only around her twice.
And what does Tywin say about Cersei? She was around her a lot longer than that.
She was in the same city as her and in the same castle as her, but in her presence, I think we got like maybe 4 or 5 scenes.
But what does Tywin always said about Cersei? That she's not as smart as she thinks, or he once said about her anyways, that she's not as smart as she thinks she is.
Right, exactly.
Well, I think both Sansa and Jon Snow are 2 children that are in positions where they have to play adult, and they're fumbling through it. So they have these impulsive reactions sometimes. They make decisions that they immediately know aren't good decisions because they're kids, and that's what kids do.
Better than aggressive. Someone called me, and I'm like, no, I'm aggressive. I'm totally
aggressive.
It's probably better. So she tells him he's good at leading. She kind of gives him the Oreo cookie sandwich. You're good at you're good at leading. You're good at this. You're good at this. And John, who is like, wait a second, father said that what is it? That everything before the word "but" was just horse shit.
Yep.
And she says, well, really great line. Ned never. I think we've heard it once before in the series. I forget.
Yeah, would never swear around his cottage.
Rob says it, I think. Rob says it to somebody. Yeah, I forget. Someone in the live chat can tell me. Pretty sure Rob Stark in season 2 or 3 says that line.
Because Dad used to say it all the time.
But the girls were never being trained for authority and having power.
Have a good night, bloody talker.
They were trained to believe
season
fairy tales and marry princes.
There's no nudes in this episode, Marty.
No boobies.
Oh, it was from Benjen. No, it was Benjen. Thank you. It was Benjen in the Night's Watch when Tyrion was at the Night's Watch.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Tyrion was he was complimenting him about the Night's Watch, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I have great respect and admiration for the Night's Watch." And he goes, my brother says the same line. Okay, yes. Thank you guys in the live chat. Actually, Uncle Benjen, not Rob.
Larry tried to call in.
Oh, he did?
Yep. Look for a 339 area code. He said he was on hold forever.
Oh, okay. It was probably right. He probably called in right when we switched to the recaps. Okay, so then we get Jon and Sansa talking again. She says you need to be smarter than Rob and Dad. They were dumb. They lost their head. You need to be smarter. And he's like, how can you be smart? There's some truth there. How can you be smarter? Well, listen to you. Well, would that be a terrible idea?
Yeah. No. You misunderstood the question. Idea. How could it be smart?
Sorry. So then they talk about Cersei. They get the raven from Cersei. It's from King's Landing. She wants them to bend the knee or die. Sansa says, "You've been so consumed with the North, you forgot about the South." And he's like, "You realize what's coming for us?" And she says, "Cersei will murder you. She'll never stop." And Jon says, very truthfully, the Lannister army can't get this far north. Why should I worry about them? They can't march. They've never marched.
1,000 miles away.
Yep. Sansa pulled a Richard Nixon. I could mention X and Y and Z, but I won't.
Other White Walkers, dude.
So then our next scene after all this, she's been undermining him for a while. Our next scene is time for the Lannisters. The amazing map being drawn on the floor, and Cersei and Jaime are meeting up. Jaime is looking at her with fear and disgust as he sends the painter away. She says, I'm getting what father wanted, everything, our legacy. Jaime has not talked to her much since he's been back. She asks, are you afraid of me? And Jaime says, should I? Should I be? And
she didn't answer the other one. That very important question.
Very important.
Well, if you try to rape me over our son's grave again, the mountain might stop you. So yeah, you should be.
So she says Daenerys has... She goes right into it. We don't find out how she finds out about it or anything like that, but she just goes right into Daenerys has chosen Tyrion to be her hand, sailing across the sea, taking your brother, the brother you left that you let out, that killed our father, that killed Joffrey, and now he's with our enemies, you ass. And Jaime just smiles, so proud of Tyrion. He's like, my brother, my fucking brother.
Was the smartest of us, if nothing else.
I love how he's so happy for Tyrion in that moment.
He can't help it. Like, even if he doesn't like what Tyrion or what he believes Tyrion has done, like he's a proud brother. He always loved Tyrion.
Someone says in the next life, Joe will be the mountain. Jaime's face this whole scene made me laugh. Me too, Timo.
I already got the Grand Tetons, baby.
So she asked where the Targaryens would come, where Daenerys would plant down, and he says Dragonstone, and Cersei goes on a very fun rant where she's like, "I've got enemies to the north, old cunts from Highgarden, Dornish
cunts to the left of me, douchebags to the right. Here I am,
stuck in the middle with pissing shit, and
cunts to the left of me."
Bitches to the south. Here I am stuck in the middle with fucking
chickens.
Fucking chickens.
Here I am stuck in the middle. Fucking chickens.
We had another spin. We got another.
We did. It landed on 10 push-ups.
Fuck. So is that what? 10, 20 for you now?
No. 10. 10 for you. You have to do push-ups too.
Okay.
It doesn't say for both of us.
You do 10. I do 10.
It does. What does it say?
10 push-ups.
That's just you.
I have to specify. No, they're 10 push-ups doled out. So old cunts from Highgarden. Don't forget face-changing assassins to the north as well. Jamie also knows that. Yeah, don't forget you got a little girl named Arya Stark that's gonna fucking stab you too. Super late. Love you guys. Skylar Beckett. It's never too late to get some love from us. Thank you so much for checking out the live stream and jumping on in and throwing us a like.
No time. Listen, winter is here. All right. There's no bedtime. There's no it's getting late. The time is fucking nigh.
More importantly, we got Carmine from Red Team Review who wants to know who's the hottie and is she single, Joe?
She is single. Since the day I met her, I've been trying to sell her for $500.
So Carmine, you got $500. The crow.
Oh, is she the hottie? No.
No, you're the hottie.
I'm the hottie. Yeah.
He's talking about you, Joe.
For sale.
Nah, she's not for sale. And this is Katie Crow. 18 years, 19 years.
She's asking.
18 years we've been together.
What year is it now? 18 years. Yes, it's 18 years.
18 years. 18.
And we've known each other for like.
People are like Savage Joe. Carmine, if you want, people want Carmine to call in. If Carmine wants to call in, he's more than welcome.
Hey, if the super chat is right, doesn't mean I ain't willing to do things.
Yep. Yep. You don't want to know what the $50
is that like for the right price?
Yeah, we turn the wheel around for $50 donations.
You don't want to see the backside of the wheel.
You want to see the backside of the wheel.
So we'll break the wheel for the right price.
Yeah, for the right price.
Dude, I'll spin the wheel, I'll shoot the cycle, I'll hit the whatever you want
to. So Jamie says winter
smack it, rip it upside down.
Rub it down. Oh no.
So they go back and forth here where Cersei is asking if Tyrells are going to holy fucking shit, Red.
Is that another one?
That is another one. What was that Ed Sheeran cameo? It was fucking fucked, dude. Who
is this? What is the big deal? Oh, he's a pop star. He sang a song.
Singer, yes.
Please, they should have gotten Jack White like they did in Cold Mountain.
No,
that dude is fucking. That's a Brit right there.
Crap is annoying, anyways. It's going nowhere for me, and it's boring.
Well, that wasn't Hound shit. The Ed Sheeran shit.
Yeah, it was. He came up.
No, that was Arya shit.
No, it was when she bumped the Lannisters. We'll get to that. We'll get to that scene and talk a little bit more about it. Oh my God, Phil! I texted you to see if we could borrow the HBO account. I tried logging in. Verizon fucked me in the ass. Holy shit! I was 20 minutes behind. That fucking sucks, Carmine. Fucking dude. Next time you do it, we'll definitely let me know, and you can definitely. Pretty sure it's all right if you sign into the HBO Go. So fucking.
Wow, people don't like it.
I fucking steal someone else. I steal someone else's HBO Go.
Did you give Carmine someone else's HBO Go?
No. He was saying that Verizon fucked him and he was going to ask me for the HBO Go. And I was saying that I don't even have my own. I'm using someone else's. I can't afford that shit. I'm using someone else's HBO Go.
We can't afford to be generous.
I can't afford to be generous. But yeah, definitely let me know, and we'll figure something out. So if Cersei or the writers were smart, they would have had Littlefinger team up with Cersei as well. Henry Rollins, it's not too late for that. So they go back and forth. Jamie eventually goes, "We never talked about Tom and our baby boy killed himself," and she just goes, "Yeah, fuck that."
It was his
That's
fault.
because she doesn't want to be raped on the grave again. He's like, "When are we going to get together over the dead body, baby?"
Oh my God, she doesn't.
Where's our dead son?
That.
I'm horny.
She does not care about anyone but herself.
Right.
And
Jamie's
asking
where the dead body is because he's getting an erection. He wants to get it on.
My goodness.
Listen. He hasn't been able to have an erection since he fucked her over their first dead king son. Yeah, he wants to do it again. Listen, the best sex is the sex you have on your son's dead body.
Been there, done that. They don't care about that. They don't remember that.
Yeah, they remember. The Lannisters remember.
Not as good. It's almost as good as conjugal sex. It's close. It's close.
Oh, it's better, baby.
How?
Because you only have so many sons.
He's like, how do you assholes?
Like a dime a dozen.
Assholes know. Let's take a call. Right. Let's pause for a second and take a call. We have area code 909.
Caller 339. Call back in.
909.
909. Who are you? Where are you calling from?
Who are you?
My name's Brian. I'm calling from California.
Hey, Brian, how's it going? How'd you enjoy the episode?
Northern or Southern?
I thought it was awesome. The only thing, though, is that it proves that the spoilers, at least, are completely true.
Yeah, but walk around that. Walk around what that is.
I don't know these spoilers.
I don't want to spoil it, but I do agree. A lot of the spoilers that came out were verified. If people have read that stuff, don't get specific here. But if people did,
don't get specific. But I mean, it just verified it. But I thought everything was great. Like the episode was great. Oh, it was so amazing. The silence at the end when she's walking to Dragonstone.
That was beautiful.
Amazing, you know?
No, very, very, very well done. Thank you so much for the call, dude. Oh, appreciate it.
I gotta say this, as far as like all those pictures that were released that we went over, Phil, those were almost all of them that I saw that I can remember were from this episode.
Yeah, most of them were. Yeah.
So
most of the stuff we saw in the trailer was from this episode too.
Right. And it was. And so as far as like also the like any spoilers, anybody who's calling who's going to be bummed that the spoilers are all true or appear to be true at this point, or if they know anything about the spoilers or whatever spoilers happened, I got to say, you looked those up for a reason. You saw the article title that said spoilers or whatever, and you read that shit.
Away from the lab leaks.
Like, so you particularly cannot be that disappointed. Like me, for instance, if you got any spoilers, I want to hear them. I don't mind hearing them. Like I read the books, so I was all set with. I knew kind of what was going to happen on the way, but the show is still the show, and I still love the actors and the writing. We're not going to here on the show.
Yeah, we're not going to say any on this stream. No. We'll get off this topic because it tends to get people just posting shit in the live chat. But
so that being said, I love it when spoilers are actually like if it's an actual spoiler and it turns out to be true, I like that. I like knowing that I knew beforehand. You know,
that annoys me.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to hear a theory that's been pumped as truth.
Yeah.
Let's take one more call now before we go back into our recap. This is area code 989. 989. What's going on?
Hey Phil, Katie, Joe. This is Bill Sothery.
Oh, hey Bill, how's it going, buddy?
I'm a long-time fan of you guys.
Love you, Bill. How's it going, buddy?
Hey, I was just calling in because I was late getting into your stream. I missed the beginning where you recapped kind of what a little bit and took some calls, but I just wanted to kind of comment on my favorite scene. I know you guys are going to get to it soon, but the Arya scene with the Lannister soldiers was my personal favorite because you started hearing all these soldiers and you realize they're not bad guys. They're all really
no.
Taking that to heart.
Hold on, John. I'll let you go.
I'm just waiting for her to kill him.
Yes.
That was
people. They're nice, but I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Anyway. Oh, dude, I can't wait. I can't wait until the first part of next episode when it's cold open again and she fucking stabs all of them.
Here's the thing. We see her. I agree with you.
Syria shows up and kills some of them with her.
Oh, that'd be great.
She's outnumbered. She's good.
She's so outnumbered.
What was that, Joe?
She's outnumbered, but she's not outclassed and outmatched. No, and I agree with you that as far as the scene goes, it's one of my favorite scenes of the episode too, because you see her sizing up. This one's got his sword on his hilt. There are 4 swords leaning up against that log. This one's over here. I got 3 to my right, 2 to my left. She's taking inventory of the whole fucking situation. She's making sure that we see her twice. Make sure that the hilt of her sword is easily reachable. Yeah. So she is ready for the absolute worst of man at this point. And as far as I'm concerned, there's one guy there who seems like he's a really nice guy. My mom always taught me, you give what you get. So here, I'll be nice to you. You'll be nice to me. And where are you from? And he wants to know all this shit. And then there's that other guy.
The guy, there was a cut line that guy goes, "Life is like a box of chocolate."
Yeah, right. Then there's that other guy who's like kind of sitting to her left, I believe, and he's like, "What's a nice girl like you going to that fuck den? They'll skin you alive, baby."
There's some creepiness implied.
There's definitely all these guys. Yeah, and then he's like, "My wife just had a daughter. I hope it's a little girl." Like. I don't know. There's definitely some creepiness. I do not believe they're all nice guys. And I do believe that there are nice guys sitting in that group. Yes. But one of them is going to be dick enough and get them all fucking killed. Because she knows exactly whose sword is where and who she's got to kill and how they're going to be turned when they go to get this. So it 4 of them are going to have to turn their back to me in order to get their sword. And that's the only motherfucker that's still wearing his sword on his hilt. I'm going to kill these guys before they even get their swords unsheathed. Like, she's got it all fucking down. She's got it all planned.
Frankly, Joe, I'm surprised they're still alive. Stephen Michael Davis has been a super chat fucking amazing person tonight.
Another spin.
Yeah, I don't think she's not out to
or
kill
the
just
show
anyone.
question. Book or the
She's
show
not a
question
random
mark.
murderer.
I'm a book guy. I love all the theories you can go through. You guys are the best. Love you guys. I'd say
book guy. Book guy, and the show's a great companion.
I'd say both. I'm a little bit more of a TV centric individual, but obviously the books are better done than the show and more in depth. And I love listening to the books and keeping them as more detail and just kind of a different take on it. The show's an alternate universe, an alternate take on the Song of Ice and Fire. It doesn't affect the quality or what goes on in the books. It's a completely different universe. That's why I never get butthurt or crazy like, nah, I didn't do this. It's because it's two different things, and I'm going to enjoy both things as their own entities. And
I hate reading, and you could never tell me to read a book. If I don't decide I'm going to read a book on my own, it's never going to get fucking read. If you hand me a book and say, this is a great book, Joe, you should read it, it'll sit on my shelf for 12, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 years until I decide maybe I'll read that book. These books I decided after watching season 1, I was like, I need to know.
You need to know.
I cannot wait a year to find out what happens next. And after reading, starting book 2, I started from book 2. I read through the next 4 books, and then reread book 1. And I got to tell you, as far as all the TV show is concerned, all the books are concerned, I'm definitely a book guy as far as this is concerned. But if you're not a reader, then no, you're a fucking TV guy, and this is your shit. This is the best show on television because it is the closest to the fucking source material with keeping a little bit different, all reaching the same kind of endpoints with slightly different branches on the way. But ultimately, it's so much more massive in the books. There's so much more history told to you. It's so much fuller that you can get a definite, you can sink your teeth into the entire universe that George R. Martin has written. Correct. It's a different experience for the same story, and they're both told extremely well for their formats.
Yes. Perfectly said, Joe. The Justin Thomas show says, I hope they step it up and pick up the pace. I mean, they've been hyping every episode, having a huge set pieces comparing to the Battle of the Bastards, so they're going to have to pick it up to gear. Timo says,
we don't have a lot of time. Pick it up.
Like we're running out of time. We already have 6 episodes left. There's only 6 episodes left in the season.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's the issue I have with the Hound storyline.
And
I was wrong about who he was with. I had that issue with the Hound. Connected.
And one other comment, Joe. Phil, you. Oh no, there's a compliment for me, so I always wanted to read it. Thank you. A great compliment. I appreciate that.
And
Joe was on fire today.
If there is no other proof, you can ask Retired Nurse in the chat. She'll put it in. I fucking hate reading. I always have.
Oh yeah.
Like you could tell her, her trying to teach me how to fucking read.
Retired
it was
nurse,
like,
if anyone cares, just know Retired Nurse is Joe's mom.
And like, no, for real, teaching me how to read specifically was like pulling teeth of like, not just pulling teeth, it was pulling teeth of fucking monkeys and apes. Dude, and shit.
I'll go a step further. I didn't do this in high school and stuff because I didn't care enough to do it. But in college, when I actually wanted to learn something and had to read chapters of a book, I would get a little audio recorder and I would read the chapter into the audio recorder. And then I'd play that audio recorder back to me and listen to it. And I'd learn it better by listening to myself reading it than actually reading it myself. Because I learn better from listening.
People are, there's.
I don't want to go down too big of a rant like this, but everyone learns differently. Everyone has learning inventories. Some people learn from watching, some people learn from doing, some people learn from reading.
But me, I just drink and fucking know things.
But Joe just drinks and knows things. Some people just drink and know things. I mean, everyone has different ways of doing it. And some people go, oh, you're stupid because you don't read. No, people that watch things and learn a different way are just as smart in different ways. But whatever, or just as fucking dumb in different ways. People are fucking just as stupid ass fucking clowns as no matter what, even if they are well read. But you know what I mean. I just mean like everyone learns different in different mediums. But anyway, enough of that fucking happy horse shit. Let's get back to some Game of Thrones.
Don't believe everything you read unless it's written by George R. R. Martin. Then it's fucking canon, bitches.
Gospel.
Yep. And never stop eating sandwiches. Hey! Smoke weed every day. So Jamie says winter's here. We're all fucked. We never talked about Tommen, yada yada.
So
yada.
let's go find Tommen's body and let's.
He says, "I have a plan, and I learned it from Tywin." So then we get to Euron and Euron streaming on in King's Landing. It's you can see the little yellow spray kind of going here. And then we see some cool Krakens, and the ships really look good. The 1,000 ships.
That was
beautiful.
Cool. That was cool.
Just, I mean, these magic created by a wizard. 1,000 ships that arrived at King's Landing.
Stone Island ships, yes.
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to say this.
I just want to say one thing, that we've established the time is only like a fortnight because of the Walter Frey that, I've had
No.
Like the time frame is a little confusing.
No, the time frame is confusing.
How long taking to build those 1,000 ships, Joe? I'm sorry.
Okay, honestly. Okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna go through this real quick. The time frame thing at the end of last season is very suspect. Remember this. Hold on. Remember this. Varys says bye to Tyrion, and then the next time we see him 2 episodes later, he's back with all of fucking Dornish ships and all these fucking Tyrell ships. Not only that, but
I buy it. I'm giving it a hard time. I don't care if they yada yada that shit. But the ships looked cool. It was awesome. The ships gave me a little bit of a hard on. I can't lie. I was like, these ships look fucking awesome. It was the coolest the Greyjoys ever looked. I'll get that out of the way.
As far as the trees and lumber, they're not on the islands. These are reavers and rapers and rarazes. So they were taking all the trees and lumber from the north because here's the bottom line is there are no armies on that side. All the northern armies are at Winterfell getting ready to march south or north or whichever way they decide to go first. And all of the Lannister armies that would be protecting that coast, they're all off down at King's Landing. The Frey's armies and there are no Tully fucking armies. So the entire coastline.
They were the ones.
The Foresters are on the other side of the Westeros. They're
People
north,
in the live
but
chat
they're on
have
the other side.
Thoughts, Joe. Scotty beamed them up. I don't mind if they yada yada the timeline. We're awesome. Who gives a shit? Yara took a huge fleet. It looks cool. They had these.
And those ships are armored, man. They have some heavy armor on them too. They're not just
Same here, Joe. I read the books only after I saw the TV show. Tully's do have an army. Is the Brotherhood past the wall? Not yet, I don't think. Euron is going to get Tyrion. Wow. Marty, Glick the Wildlings grow fast. Ships are going to burn. Ships are going to fucking burn.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for that armada to be like, oh, we're here, and fucking dragons to fly over and burn up every fucking ship because they still don't believe that dragons exist for the most part. You know,
old Nan stories.
Mm-hmm.
The fairy tales.
Euron greets them. Euron greets them. I know his name, and I'm just going to call him Euron. Euron greets them, and his nephew and niece stole his ships, and he and gave them to the Dragon Queen. He says, "Fuck Tyrion. Your brother, he screwed you over too. You know how it feels to have your kin fuck you over. Let's murder them together." He starts to step towards her. The mountain doesn't like people getting near Cersei, and he backs off. Jamie talks some shit. He says, you started the rebellion. You attacked Atlantis port. You killed our fleet, but we came and we kicked your ass. You're losers. You fucking Greyjoys suck. I hate you. And then Euron tries to compliment him and give him some like false praise. He's like, "Oh, you're the greatest, Jaime Lannister. We heard legends of you when we saw you. You were like magic. It was like watching a dance. You were beautiful." And Jamie just goes, "Fuck you. I don't want to hear your stupid ass licking you're trying to fuck my girlfriend here, asshole."
My sister lover. So
I like killing Greyjoys. And he's like, "Good. I like that you could." And this is where I kind of liked Euron in the scene. Everything Jamie throws at him, he knows how to deal with in the right situation, kind of just sideswipes it and has an answer for it. Where he's just like, Jamie's like, "I like killing Greyjoys." "Well, I like that you killed Greyjoys. It helped me out to become the captain I am." "Oh, okay. You Greyjoys are pieces of shit." "You're right, they're pieces of shit. That's why I killed my brother. It was really fun. You should try killing family sometime." "Oh, it's good." But
is she talking about Tyrion or is she talking about Jamie?
But Euron does have one little slight comment that he puts to Jamie. He's like, "I have a big cock and I have 2 hands." And Jamie's just like, "Oh, you fuck."
Yeah, no, it's more than one because, like I said, is he talking about Tyrion or is he talking about Jamie?
I think he's talking about both. I think he's making several references to Tyrion, which is why I think that the gift is going to be Tyrion. because
that makes sense. It makes
He's good. He's about to get snatched right off of Dragonstone. One fucking boat. Let's rowboat this one boat of our massive fleet of thousands of ships to the shores of Dragonstone and solemnly walk up with 12 soldiers.
Yep.
Like, are you fucking stupid, Danny? Like, yes, you do have dragons.
If
they hold you close enough, you can't. They're not going to burn you. Well, I guess she can survive the dragon fire.
Yes.
Someone said urine is a piece of work. Yes, he is. Yes, he
kind of bores me. Listen, after Ramsay and his dad, after Tywin, after all these fucking psychotic pieces of shit, urine is nothing.
No, he's a silly pirate.
Steven gave us another donation. Steven, you're amazing in Super Chat tonight. Thank you so much for all the love, dude. Seriously.
See, there hasn't been too much mention about that dragon horn.
No.
There hasn't been too much mention about it in this TV show. So I'm not sure if they're even going to bring it in to respect.
It's too late. If he was going to mention it, he would have mentioned it in this episode right there when he said, "I have a gift for you. You want to face the Dragon Queen? She has dragon. I mean, the Dragon Queen has dragons, duh. But she has dragons, and I can stop them with this. You can use this as a defense."
Yeah, but that's not what that's for. That's for crashing the wall, isn't it?
It's two different horns, I believe. Aren't there
two different fucking horns? How many horns are there? But it's so that like there's and you get it down in Old Town. You get the old fucking Meister talking to Sam, cleaning shit and weighing livers.
Why not?
There's so many different versions of the Long Night, but there are actually parallel, perpendicular, whatever the fuck
parallel
stories. There's parallels to parallel perspectives from all these stories. So even though a lot of this shit may not be true, there's enough of it that is true that we have to say the Long Night happened, that we have to say that there are the others and these things exist. But maybe there is no Horn of Winter. Maybe there is no Horn of fucking dragons. Maybe there are exaggerations that the Horn of Dragons was actually a fucking Targaryen.
I have to read this comment. Urine will bring Cersei the gift of a golden shower. Sorry, Katie. That had to be said. Katie, were you going to say something? I'm sorry.
I was reading the chat. And
I wanted to get that one before it slipped away.
Lannisters do like their gold.
That was golden.
Yeah, it is. I saw it on the corner of my side butthole. I had to grab it. So Euron kind of just does his whole thing, and he says, "My Iron Fleet, my 1,000 ships. No one wants the Iron Islands. They're just rock and no wood because somehow I built ships with rock and
There's nothing there. Nothing grows there except for rock and peat moss.
So unfortunately, there's no trees to build ships. So he has a priceless gift that he'll come back and bring her. And I wrote my notes. I think it's Tyrion, but it could be a lot of things. It could be a dragon, could be the horn. It could absolutely be a horn.
I think it's a compliment, right?
What?
Is a drunk Cicero a good thing? Was Cicero a big philosopher?
Sure.
Was he a philosopher or was he like a Roman
Whenever I hear that, it just makes me think of that song in Chicago.
Who was Cicero, and why am I a drunk Cicero?
Oh my God, side butthole is back. It's Bill Sotheby.
Man, I'm a drunk Plato.
Yeah,
Socrates and Michelangelo and Da Vinci combined. You can't label this shit.
Someone says it could be Olena's head. Where the hell can Holland Reed get him in there? Cicero was a lawyer and a great orator. But he's a great.
Sorry.
Side butthole never. No, it's okay, Joe. No apologizing. Cicero was a senator as well in the Council of Rome, Joe.
He was who in the Council of Rome?
Cicero was a senator in the Council of Rome.
He was.
You're on the epic ruling of the episode. I have two hands. Yes, he did.
I think we owe one at this point.
Mark. I need more water.
So drink more water. What the fuck are you telling me for?
Way of me and the water.
Move so Katie could go get water.
There's water right here. I'm not in the way.
Dude, that's your water. Thank you for offering it.
I have coffee. I have beer. I have.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Water. What do I need water for?
Win, Seaman win. Those aren't jazz hands. Those
No, you don't want jazz hands. You want spirit fingers.
Spirit fingers. I'm sorry, I totally did spirit fingers instead. So our next thing is we are in the library with Sam.
Dude, I got one for me too here.
Sam, you would think Sam would be a pig in shit learning to read, but instead he's a dude cleaning up shit.
No, yeah, he's got bedpan shit.
He's watching a body be like an autopsy. It's gross. He's serving them more and more books, more and more piss, more and more shit, more and more food and piss and shit.
More and dude, that is the best fucking So this show has the best, the saddest scene of all time, the best zombie scene of all time. Maybe one of the best siege scenes of all time with the battle from the wall. And then now we have the best montage of all time.
It was a very awesome montage, but I am going to yada yada Sam to yada yada. Sam sneaks into the library, yada yada, behind the Archmaister's back.
But he cleans puke.
Who believes him about the White Walkers? Who believes him about the White Walkers? Sam reads about the White Walkers. Sam learns that Dragonstone has a fucking mountain of dragon glass in the
which he already knew but didn't believe. Which
he already knew and didn't believe it, and Joe is passed out.
No,
Katie, you and I can finish this.
He's just burning.
Burning. So it's cool. I like seeing Old Town, but my problem with Old Town on the show right now is just I don't think they're gonna go in depth enough for it to like go as deep as Old Town could go. So I just kind of want them to yada yada, or they're just kind of yada yadaing it a bit. So it's just okay, it's happening. Yeah, we get it.
Well,
it was a lot of lead up just to have Sam find out about Dragonstone, which is something he knew
we already knew. Why do we have this big montage with Sam to show that time passes by when everybody else, it's been like months and fucking months, but like we have to have the Sam puke, shit, books,
we need
food,
to know what his life is actually like
books,
at the Citadel.
food.
Let's add one more aspect to this too, and we see Jorah that Sam goes to feed. I'm just getting all the Sam stuff out.
And they just locked his ass up.
Yeah, they locked his ass up.
We're not gonna kill you. We're just gonna lock your ass up.
And I don't know. It was good enough for Sam. I think Sam does have some stuff to have. He sends a raven off to Jon to tell him about that stuff. I mean, it's whatever. We need Sam at that point, but he's not my favorite character. And Gilly's learned to read. The baby can talk now.
Book Sam's so much better than TV Sam. If he's not your favorite character, it's obvious.
I don't want to be those people, but it's not even close. I'm just so whatever about. I didn't hate his scenes, but we're running out of time, and I hate that. This is a bigger issue, and I don't want to
hound shit for me
about that. Because we only have 7 fucking episodes. I am like watching every scene with a fine-tooth fucking comb and being like, do we really need to waste time on this right now?
Right. How much time? How much character development do we need from the Hound when we got to see him bury 2 fucking people, or Sam and Gilly?
Sam and Gilly in the Hound stuff, which was well done and such, could have all been summed up to one scene instead of like stretching out. It all could have been
20 minutes, right? You wasted 20 minutes.
They wasted a lot of time on that could have been done with more stuff with Jaime and Cersei, more stuff with Jon and Sansa. More stuff with the White Walkers. You don't need to spend that time doing that. And it's not that it sucked. It didn't suck, and that's not the point. It's the point that they're fucking us with these episodes, that they only have 7 episodes. And I know they're going to be hour-and-a-half episodes, these long, epic things, and it's really fun, and I really like it, and it's really well done, and I'm enjoying it. But that's, again, not the point.
It's going to be a 750-page book, 1,200-page book, like all the rest of the fucking books.
Yeah.
So why are you wasting our time with the Hound burying bodies and Sam doing that? We don't need that. And then you still cut it down.
I disagree with you to a certain extent about the Hound scene. I just think it could have been wrapped up quicker.
Well, we had all that other Hound shit where he was concerned about the dead bodies and there was the back and forth and he watched the fire. We didn't need him burying the bodies, especially when we know you need to fucking burn those motherfuckers at this point. I mean, I know none of them know this, and it'll probably come back to bite us in the ass or whatever the case is, but like it seemed so fucking.
Those bodies seemed already.
And again, I want to make it clear that the scenes were all done really fucking well.
Very well,
and I like them, and I'm not, and I know I'm complaining about everything, but because they're only doing the 7 episodes, this is a problem with me. This is my problem, not the show's problem. It's my problem that I have with that, and I'm over conscious about time. And I'm like, why are we wasting time? They could just edit things a little quicker and give us a few more scenes here, there, and a few more moments. overall. But I mean, that's just me being really nitpicky when I say that there are some good parts and bad parts. Yeah. I just feel like certain areas were stretched out in the episode. We didn't need to go back to Sam 3 or 4 times. They could have just shown Sam with the books, why, like stealing the books in that first scene. And reading about it and saying it and meeting Gilly, and then we didn't need to go back to it back and forth a few times. No. But whatever. So our next scene is Brienne and Pod fighting for a half a second, and he's getting better, and then
he's getting better.
He looks at Tormund walking over, and
with the eyebrow and the strut.
And Pod hits her. Pod hits her, and then she knocks him the fuck out. And then Tormund goes, "You're a lucky man." And will Tormund get a little something from Brienne? Will Brienne get?
Yes.
Not with his current approach. Not with his current approach. She does not like. She doesn't know what to make of him, but she knows he creeps her out, and she might have
only because she doesn't know how to handle someone actually being in. She's been interested in men before.
She's been. Don't. Friendly. Are interested in anything, don't approach them like that.
No. This is, you don't know, this is a different time, this is a different place. She has never been approached by a man before. The only time she's been approached by men is to be carried at fucking balls and shit. Seriously, that's in the books. She's never, ever. She's Brienne of Tarth, the beauty of Sapphire Island. She's been mocked, she's been ridiculed, she's been fucking pointed at, laughed at, scoffed at, fucking barfed on, puked on, fucking spit on. But she has not been doted on. She has not been the lust. She has not been the lust. She has not been the lust of somebody's, the attention of somebody's.
Shit.
She is completely unknown in this fucking realm of fucking shit that this is going to work. He's going to get himself some fucking... Tormund is nailing that shit. He's going to knee deep. He's tits down, ass up that bitch.
I think it's the other way around. Brienne's going to fuck him. She's taking over. No one fucks Brienne. So Brienne looks so intrigued. Yeah, she was intrigued. She was like, what's going on in this situation? I like it. She was felt awkward. And someone said that they can't. There's a lot of side butthole going on. We see, oh, fuck, and hey, we got our motherfucking Steven will Tormund nail Brienne, as we said. Last time I can watch you guys live. So sorry, this is the last time you can watch us drive, so he's given as much super chat as he can. So here we go, one more spin for you, Steven. You were amazing. Thank you.
Oh, my God, why is this the last time you're going to watch us live?
What? Huh?
That just doesn't make sense.
What?
You better watch us live again.
And if it's because you got to work, you put that shit up on a computer at work and you make your coworkers watch. If it's because you got to work in the morning, you stay up late and you man up, you vag up and you fucking watch that shit. If it's because you're gonna be babysitting kids, you teach them about life early and get them prepared. If it's because of any reason I got an answer for you, and you don't stop watching this shit live.
No, do not let Dirty Locks teach your children.
Whatever you do. Joe Dirty Locks does not speak for those.
Shut up, Joe. I'll tell you shut up. I'll tell you what to shut up. I'll shut you up, Family Explorations. Tell me to shut up.
The Issues guy does not speak for Katie Crow. I mean, Joe Dirty Locks does not speak for Phil the Issues guy or Joe Katie Crow.
There is no reason to not watch us live. If you got another YouTube show to watch live, you don't watch that live. You come watch us live and you watch that shit on reruns.
Reruns.
Oh,
sorry. I got
you stream that shit later, yo.
No disrespect, but we're getting a lot of very, very positive comments about Katie Crow's chosen human form tonight. So, Katie, you picked a good body. You're getting a lot of
Irish girl.
Positive, respectful comments in the live chat right now.
They better.
Fuck yeah, there is no reason for that bitch to be with me.
I'm similar to that. So then we. So then we go to Littlefinger, who talks about Brienne heard that she beat the Hound in combat, and Sansa's like, what do you want? And he's like, I want you to be safe. She's like, I'm safe. I'm home. I got Brienne who will kill anybody for me. What are you doing, Littlefinger? And he goes, you're my lady. And she goes, I want peace and quiet.
My lady.
I want peace and quiet from you right now, Lord Baelish. And I'm sorry. I'm fucking sorry. I love Littlefinger, and I know he's always had a place for Catelyn Stark, and now has a place for Sansa. But within his love and his obsession with Catelyn Stark, he even fucked her over on the twins to let her get killed in the Red Wedding. Like, if they really are making Littlefinger this dick-driven, then I think it's a fail on their part for his character.
He's become
and I think
pathetic.
it's starting along that point, like where some of the shows have to make a character stupid to finish them.
Yeah,
Littlefinger has to have another plan besides. I'm so brainwashed.
His plan's right now.
He's supposed to have ordered so much of what has gone into like the downfall of all of these people. Like, he cannot be just driven by his lust or love.
It's not that. It can never be that simple with Littlefinger. No. If they make it that simple, it's just so they can get rid of him because they need to make him stupid.
Yeah, it's shameful.
Yeah, I don't like that chosen thing, and I'm hoping
it's a twist.
I hope there's a twist. Exactly, Katie. I hope there's a twist. I hope somewhere within that it's Littlefinger's fucking with them and not really as into Sansa as she's wanting to be.
He's already plotting a second plan. He is absolutely.
I hope right.
When he's sitting in the back of the hall last season listening to King of the North, and he's sitting in the back of the hall during little Mormont bear chick yelling and screaming about our girls will go and putting Sansa in her place, and the kids getting their swearing to keep their castles.
I pledge allegiance
and
to Jon
he's sitting in the back and he's smiling and he's going along with it, but the whole time and you can see it all over his face. He does it so well. There's shit going on there. He's thinking, how do I do this? And the first part of it was to approach Sansa. Sansa wasn't listening. She wasn't having any of it. She knows what he wants. He's already made it clear. He wants the same thing everybody else in the South wants.
He wants the vajayjay.
And and I think he does want to soothe and ease his ego concerning the whole Catelyn thing, because that's where all of this started for him.
Yep.
That's what drove his need for the power and control, and Sansa's the consolation prize if he ever gets to actually have her and fuck her and marry her.
Family says, Joe, don't hate me, but I love you, Joe. Okay. I fucking love you. Let's take a call right now before we finish off the recap. This is from area code 202, which I think is New York. We got area code 202. What's going on, caller?
It's not New York. It's DC, man.
Oh, it's DC. Oh, it's Jay. How's it going, Jay?
Okay, first of all, how can you say something really smart in one sentence and say something really stupid in another?
Tell us. Do it.
Human, man.
Sansa spent a shitload of time with Cersei. Sansa was with Cersei in her most vulnerable point when they were in the
she was about to kill a kid.
Okay, and she spent a shitload of time with Cersei because Cersei forced her to go around her.
Maybe 6 scenes. Count more than 6 scenes.
A shitload of time with Cersei. You're an idiot. The other
count more than 6 scenes. I don't know about idiot, but count me more than 6 scenes. You pulled me. You give me more than 6 scenes.
The scenes represented a larger period
all
of time.
Her forces on her side, so she has no one to back her. That's the only person you can reason with. I know you hate Jamie, but Jamie will be much more reasonable if he actually sees the White Walkers. Yep. Cersei will be
oh, absolutely. Jamie is
so everybody. So they're taking you out too. Cool. That's exactly how Cersei will feel. Yep. Yeah.
Great stuff, Jay. As always. What's your response to our buddy Jay?
I don't know. I'm still saying, give me more than 6 scenes. Give me 10 scenes over. I mean, basically, it's like maybe 2 scenes. Yes, I agree with you. She was with her in the Blackwater. She was at her worst at the Blackwater. She was getting ready to kill her kids.
She played
and
with
whatever,
she
but
played with her just like. I can't be with you on the number of the scenes representing the times that.
Yeah, because she was in King's Landing for a long time, but she had better things to do than fuck with Sansa most of the time.
No, I think you're misremembering. I just rewatched season 1, and she's got a lot of scenes with.
Alone or just like 1 or 2 lines where she like like yells at her from across the fucking court or some shit.
Her, like, big lectures and crap. Like,
kind of make her pet to a certain extent.
No, Cersei enjoyed playing with her, trying to
little dove. She has.
I don't buy it, and it's not like that in the books. And it doesn't come across that way in the.
So our next scene that we get is the scene we talked about a little bit. Where Arya's riding down the street with Ed Sheeran. And we hear Ed Sheeran singing, which kind of immediately takes you out of the scene. We see Lannister's soldiers having a camp and relaxing. She says,
"Come on over, little girl. Have yourself a rape. I mean, a lamb shank."
Yeah, and they sit her down with. They're gonna get her drunk. They try to get her drunk, give her the
wine.
I put milk of the puppy in it myself.
Yep. And they're about to drug her to try to take advantage of her, but she's really going to take advantage of him and kill them. And she jokes that she's going to kill the queen. And they all
needs Lannister guard face. Dude, she needs faces of Lannisters to get in the doors. Like, not only does she know all the fucking source systems of King's Landing, where she's going right for. Remember, she was in the dungeon and she heard Varys and someone else talking and plotting with the dragon skulls, and she ran and she. Where's Arya? And she comes crawling out. And if you don't let me in, my daddy, who's hand to the king, will have all of your heads on pikes and shit. And she walks back in. She knows her way around the dungeons, around the sewers, around Flea's Bottom, chasing those fucking cats. She is going to disappear in King's Landing. She's going to disappear in the Red's Keep. This bitch is fucking golden.
I think, too, she's going to link up with all the little birdies. Because she can relate to them, as she's a child for all intents and purposes still too, and she can promise to teach them how to do what she does in a sense. I think she has so many resources.
Oh, this chick is bringing the winter all the way down to King's Landing. You think the winter is coming with? No, yeah, she is the winter,
and she is not failing. Yeah.
To hear your shit.
Sorry, I had to reset the phone lines. The phone lines will be off for a few seconds, but we'll have it back on.
Sheeran.
And why does anybody know this kid Sheeran's name?
He's an Irish musician.
All right, but what the fuck do we know? He's popular. The first time I fucking heard about him was he's going to be on Game of Thrones. Oh, big fucking deal. Who the fuck is he? You know, it could have been fucking anybody. So he knows him. He's friends with one of these fucking actors, and he's from the fucking region, and he sings in an Irish what does he fucking sing? Name one fucking song.
No, he's got many songs, Joe. He's pretty.
Name one.
Well, just because we're not fans of that style of music.
Yeah. That's because that's not a style of music.
Oh my goodness.
He's very popular. Like, I don't want to start.
We're not old, Joseph. Do not complain about the kids' music nowadays.
Yeah, Joe, you're complaining about the kids' music. You're kind of like grumpy old men there.
You're like,
I don't know about your Ed Sheeran and shit, you fuckers. I know the Nirvana and the fucking.
I just don't know who the fuck it is. What is it? What is that about?
He's popular, and so
he also sings that song with Christina Aguilera that he had a couple of years ago. That was pretty big. He's got a lot of songs, dude. A lot of hit songs.
Okay, I never heard of him.
He's got probably like
I don't know, what is he like?
Five or six head songs.
We never heard of him, and we're hip with the.
I'm hip with the kids.
I listen to 94.5.
I know what the kids like. I know what the kids like. They like this Ed Sheeran guy. But I did think if he didn't say a word, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But they gave him a line. He's like an obvious.
Yeah, let him sing. But fuck you. You ain't an actor, and you don't deserve the fucking credits to be an actor.
Awful shit of trying to jam in.
Go back to Disney, Sheehan.
Joe showing his age right there. And so then we go over to the Brother Without Banners and the Hound, yada yada. They're in the snow, yada yada. He's grouchy. He has a couple of really fun one lines. I don't like Ed Sheeran, but Joe's an old man yelling, "Get off my lawn." Good night.
Turn that noise down.
Kids, turn off
you meddling kids.
I know as we're starting to get late, a lot of people are going to start to go to bed. If anyone hasn't already and you guys are still checking us out, please hit the like button before you run away, and make sure you hit the subscribe button to join us every week after the episode airs for more of these fun discussions. We're going to be on every week right after the episode airs, and thank you so much to everyone that checked this out. We'll be on for a little while longer here, recapping the episode and then some silliness at the end. But thank you to everybody. As people, I know some people start. We're at 12:30 in the.
Oh my goodness!
on Eastern Standard Time, so I know people start to go to bed around this time. But thank you to everyone that checked this out tonight, and all you guys are fucking awesome. Thank you so much. So we go over to the Brotherhood in the house.
How does he know the shape of me, Keisha? He doesn't know the shape of me. He doesn't know what kind of shape I'm in.
Oh, and by the way, Steven, please email me at igotissuesman@gmail.com. You've won a review of any subject you want. So please email me at igotissuesman@gmail.com. Give me your suggestion for a review. I'll make a short review. Or if you'd rather a live
review, Joe Dirty Locks tight fucking chocolate starfish fill.
I could do that too. Anything you want, serious or jokey. Timo donated. Fucking amazing and our biggest supporter. We love Timo. Tyrion.
Timo.
So Arya said she's going south. Do you think she'll reunite with someone to bring her north, or she will make it okay? I personally think she's going north. I think Joe thinks she's going to take another name off her list and then go north.
Fucking no. She's going to go take all the names off her list before she makes herself known.
I think the only way she goes back north
is the GOAT analysis, the greatest of all time. I agree.
The only way to kill someone on her list. She is focused on her list. She's completely focused on her list.
Oh, Timo got again. So we go over to the Brotherhood, like I said, and we get a lot of lines. The Hound, I killed those fuckers. They were bleeders. We get Hound ragging on Thoris and basically telling him, "You're nothing. You're not special. You're just a loser." And I never.
Lucky you get to not die. Ooh.
I didn't really like you or didn't hate.
It's like to go south on Arya.
But ultimately, a little girl.
No, there's a comment in the chat, not me.
I know, and I'm telling them to stop it.
But
they
again,
might be a little boy or girl.
It doesn't matter. It's inappropriate. She's a little girl.
But ultimately, I can just kind of sum up the Hound in the Brotherhood scene. There's a lot of really good dialogue in this scene. I like the Hound interacting with Thoris and Beric. But ultimately, it can be summed up to that they go to the farm, that the Hound killed those people, and I think that's where they were. Yeah. And the Hound ends up feeling bad and seeing a vision in the fire of the White Walkers and believing in the fire god and kind of getting full on their team in the Brotherhood without banners. And then he felt bad and he buried the bodies of the people he killed. And that's it.
Useless.
What year was that?
I need this show to connect.
I could be wrong about that.
Was he with Arya?
Wrong, but I think that
it was in the preview. It was in the previously on.
Yeah, he killed those people with Arya.
And she was like, "Why did you
mug them?" I'm sorry. Sorry, Stan Wynn is right. I'm sorry. He mugged them. He did not kill them. He took their.
He did kill them.
Did he kill them?
Yes. And he said when she got mad at him for it, he said to her, "They were dead anyways. I just did them the favor of taking care of it now."
Justin, a couple of people say they only robbed.
It was in the previews. It was in the previously on at the beginning of the show. He killed them, and that was one of the things that spurred her on to still not like him and kill him.
And then the Brotherhood robbed the money. Season 4, episode 3 says Madcap. Looks like John and Katie are in a sauna. Hello, Phil would send me a special brownies.
Yeah.
Alicia, I'm glad it worked. I made Alicia Kingston in the live chat a moderator. She is an awesome moderator.
Nice.
Love to Alicia, so I'm glad that worked. I tried to do that earlier. So technically the Brotherhood robbed them as well. Alicia says she killed them and set them on the bed holding each other. Nope, old man was still living. The little girl was as well. I
could be wrong, but I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that was in the previously on. The Hound killed them and said to Arya it was because they were dead already. The money they had was useless to them.
Just for whatever it's worth, Wool, and we'll leave it on this. That killed him. He just hit him on the head and knocked him the fuck out. But I honestly don't remember. I'm a victim of the chat and Katie going back and forth. Big Finger says Katie.
Wow.
Katie,
what?
Fucking wrong.
I accept that. I very well could be.
As Joe takes another shot.
Did you take another shot? What?
You needed to. It landed on shot actually.
But we're supposed I would take another shot. What happened?
We will. We're gonna get to some serious drinking at the end here.
It's almost over.
It is. We're very close. So then we get to Clegane digging the graves and yada yada yada. Then we go back to Sam and Gilly, but we already talked about all that. and gets to our last scene, which is Dany. And we get the same music from the Dany and the crew. They're at the same position as last season, like standing in the same position in the boat. They're in a little dinghy rowing up to Dragonstone. They get to Dragonstone. The dragons are flying around. They're glad to be home, back to where the dragons live.
The dragons know.
She takes one step for Goofy Goo Balls. She's home. There's lots of dragon shit on the walls. Her crew walks in. The Unsullied two dudes open the door, and she's really happy to be home. It's a great nonverbal acting by Emilia in this scene. She does a good job. No words, music, good feel. It was a little emotional. The music cuts as Tyrion walks into the throne room. Grey Worm was going to go up, but Missandei's like, no.
Yep.
Stay with me. Dany through her throne. She goes into the room
block out,
and she sees the awesome toy set on the board, the Westeros board. She kind of runs her hand over the board as she's walking through over the lands of Westeros.
I want that table.
I want that table.
So much better than the floor map. Fuck the floor paint.
I want both. I want the floor map with that thing on a table in the room. I want both. Fuck you. No reason
I just think Dragonstone is beautiful.
Yeah. Fuck you, Joe, for telling me I can't have both.
I didn't say you can't have both, but like the table's better.
I would rather have the table, but I
like and then I want a tapestry for the wall.
But
and then I want like a Jackson Pollock cum stain like abstract fucking version of it. And then give me some sort of fucking come on, no.
Table. You need to burn that.
That's got magic on it, yo. That's called magic, Katie. That's called Red Lord of the fucking Fire.
Burn it.
The one. Azor Ahai.
Yeah, Phil is putting Joe in his place. Yeah, no one puts baby in the corner. They should have named the episode Dragonstone. So the music cuts as Tyrion walks into the throne room. Tyrion looks
Marty Giggs says drink, Phil.
She stops and she gets ready and she looks at Tyrion and she says, she looks at Tyrion and she says, "Shall we begin?"
Started.
And that's the end of our episode. Good episode of Game of Thrones. Season premieres are tough because they build a lot of hype, but I like the scene that was set for the season. I hope they pick up the pace even more and kind of get it going a lot because we're running out of time. As Katie said, they have to. She's 100% right. Generally speaking, this is one of not as good as the first one of season 1, but I definitely like it's more recent seasons. I like this better than season 5 or season 6's premiere.
I think starting out well. Yeah.
I think it was just a really good episode. I mentioned this earlier, but 8 out of 10 side buttholes for this episode.
Okay. I gotta say this too.
Wait, those are good.
Like
they're good.
What?
Season 1.
Side buttholes are when you see kind of like an actor that doesn't want to be naked on screen.
It's like side boob.
Okay.
Side butthole.
Side butthole. Yes.
Yeah, I think you're right about it being a better
lots of love, Devin,
than last season.
Yeah,
and I think part of that is last season when it opened, we had a lot of main character deaths or like big face character deaths right off the bat in episode 1. I think this, even though we had a good amount of death, it was consolidated and it was more move the story along from that stagnant or that like down episode that was season 10. That is the finale of every season. Like there's things that go on and there's big moments in those episodes, but for the most part, they're trying to set up where they're going to be at when you come back next season.
Yeah.
You know, like Dany will be at arriving Dragonstone and Arya will be at getting her revenge and Jon and Sansa will be at planning their big triumphant return and Sam will be at getting shit done montage-wise. And we knew that these were where most of these people were going to be. So I think the big advantage that this season opener had was it started out with a bang and then it kind of just summed up, this was where we left everybody and this is where we're moving on to. Yeah. And now next episode is going to be, let's fucking start this fire.
It had better be, like I keep saying, it's got to be. They got to pick it up.
There was
they got to stop with the pointless, unconnected shit.
Moments.
Again, the Hound. I'm not discounting the Hound direction and the scenes that he's been in. They're good. But I don't care about the Hound finding the Red God. I don't care, and I want them to tell me why I need to care about the redemption of the Hound. because I don't right now.
I don't even care about it.
Right. He should have died. He should have died by Brienne's hand. Brienne cut him down. Brienne bested him.
Yes.
The fact that
Arya
the priest
left
found him
suffer
for
and
some
die.
sort of redemption of his own. And then now the Hound's got to try to find his own, which he still hasn't found. Like, he's still the same sour son of a bitch he's always been. He just
me too.
He feels bad about shit.
He just feels a little bad about shit. Like now he won't kill the I want to feel like I don't know.
It
I don't
seems
really
like
remember that
they
scene.
brought him back because they needed an excuse to have the swear. All I can think of is Swearingen from the actor and
just to get him involved.
Yeah, just
a
to have
bit.
him involved, and now they're scrambling.
They leave
to
it
connect.
open. In the books, they do leave it open, and then there is rumor
but that doesn't mean it has to come
about the Hound being still alive and being around. But they don't know if it's whether or not somebody just picked up his helmet and is pretending to be the Hound, or if it's actually the Hound. But if they're going to go this far right with the show, then in the books it's at least going to be the Hound is going to be alive in the books too.
I just need them to tell me why.
Joe and Katie, you got a little bit more time to take some voicemails and
I got all the time. Dude, I'm here to fucking drink and answer questions, and I'm almost out of questions.
This is fair night. We're not running away. We're not running away right now. We've got some voicemails. People left early in the show.
We're done with our recap, but we're not done with our review.
I have to pee.
So, if everyone, thank you so much for checking this out. We're on for a little while longer. Take some voicemails.
You're on.
This voicemail is from, I think this is from Broke Black Man, and this is from 10:37 p.m. earlier on. So we got, some voicemails. So let's play this voicemail from Broke Black Man.
Hey, Phil, Broke Black Man 94 here, and what a great episode for starters. Like, the only thing I really did not like about this episode was the Ed Sheridan scene with Arya. Like, I think that was just like the filler of the damn episode. Like, did we need to know that Arya was going to go to freaking King's Landing and kill Cersei? Like, it's already known. So I can really get that out of the damn episode. But I do see, like, there's, like, an actual freaking time skipper in this episode. So I think before, like, that baby Sam was still, like, a freaking baby. That I'm almost, like, every time I'm talking to, like, freaking book people, even, like, show watchers, he's not saying something, complaining about the damn age of the baby. So finally the baby grew up, like, freaking
right,
dude,
absolutely.
Like, okay. Hopefully they're going to freaking fix that, though. But, again, Cersei. She wasn't going to get over with it. He's dead. Let's worry about freaking enemies. She even, like, freaking called Euron, so it's like, okay, she's smart. Again, I don't know why people are just hating. Don't know why people are
Dude, she's not smart.
Question.
Wait, go, Joe. Go, Joe.
Okay. Freaking, you're absolutely right about Sam and the baby.
I'll play the rest of your message at the end.
That's bullshit, and that baby should be fucking aged a little bit. Everybody else has had months and years and all this shit. And then the second thing is Arya. I still love that scene because that's going to set up. She's going to get the disguise to get into King's Landing. She told them all straight out she's going to kill this whole group because one of them is going to fucking set it off, and that's going to be that for all of them. Unfortunately, it's going to be that, like, we have all these scenes from Arya in the past when she's in Bravos, and she's supposed to kill the guy that wants the oysters from her, and she doesn't because she gets holed up with Meryn Trent, and that leads to this extra tension between her and the fucking waif, and then she doesn't kill the actress, and so she always has this like, oh, well, this is actually a good person and they don't deserve to die, and she sees that in this group. There's some of these people are good, and then there's going to be the fucking cocksucker who tries to kill her. She's going to be like, you know what? They are fucking all Lannisters. So she's going to kill them all. And then she's going to be like, because, you know what? I need this face and I need this uniform. And it's all got Lannister emblem and shit. They're obviously Lannisters. And that's what's going to get me into King's Landing. And she even told them, I'm going to fucking kill you all because I'm going to go kill your fucking queen and your fucking lady, your fucking stupid ass fucking gold mines, you stupid fucks. You're all going to die right then and there. So that's the Arya thing and the Sam thing. Well, and then you mentioned the Cersei thing. And Cersei is just fucking stupid. She's so fucking stupid. She didn't look ahead. She didn't look ahead one fucking bit. She killed all those people on the fucking set. She killed all her fucking enemies. And then she looks at Jaime and she says, what are we gonna do? I don't know what to do now. Tell me what to do. I have a map painted. Can you put fucking chess pieces on it and lead my troops to fucking fortune. So no, she is not smart. She is a fucking idiot. She armed these fuckers and then she had to kill them all. And that means she has no fucking allies in the city. You know how many people died in the city that had nothing to do with any of that shit?
So let's play the rest of Broke's message. Great comment, Joe.
Cersei. She wasn't to get over with it. He's dead. Let's worry about freaking enemy. She even like freaking called Euron, so it's like, okay, she's smart.
I gotta rewind a little more.
Hopefully they're gonna freaking fix that though. But again, Cersei. She wasn't to get over with it. He's dead. Let's worry about freaking enemy. She even like freaking called Euron, so it's like, okay, she's smart. Again, I don't know why people are just hating.
Yeah, it's smart to call a psychopathic fucking scum. Maybe I'll call Ramsay next time and have him come down and marry me.
This season, or they're just gonna delay that to next season, or even freaking Arya is even gonna kill Cersei. My opinion, no. Cersei's gonna live. Long may she reign.
Long may she reign, Joe.
She is not a smart lady. She's a fucking moron, and her uncle told her so. And Tywin told her uncle that your uncle's a fucking idiot, and you're an idiot. Everybody has told this woman that she's a fucking idiot. Everybody. Tyrion has told her she's an idiot. Tywin has told her. Jaime just told her she was an idiot. Fucking everybody. Fucking Lena told her she was an idiot. Fucking Oberyn told her she was an idiot. And Oberyn told her she was an idiot when she was fucking 12. It said, you're a fucking idiot. What are you pinching that kid's dick for? Stop it, you fucking idiot. They're all fucking idiots. All of them fucking idiots. Fuck that shit. She is not smart. She is not smart. Let me say it one more time, and that'll make it true. She is not smart.
Sure.
She's not smart. Here's another voicemail from area code 919.
Holy fuck, dude. Oh my god. You got your answer about who Arya is going to kill. My god damn.
Yeah, no, she's not lying.
She is not lying.
I don't think she's going to kill anyone that doesn't serve a purpose for her, though. She is not out there randomly and like willy-nilly killing people. I think if one of these guys takes a wrong turn with her, she can use their face and their uniforms and she will kill them if she feels she needs to, and it will serve a practical purpose to get her to the queen.
Sorry, Tom himself says, I got a boner, Joe. Thanks, you asshole.
You're welcome.
One more voicemail. Let's listen.
Hey, I am the giver of boners. That's who I am. What can I say?
We got one more voicemail, and then we got a bunch of texts. So here we go.
Hey, Phil. This is one of the best openings ever. I agree, and I'm enjoying it.
I agree, dude.
Live for once, and definitely going to be in the chat. But what I wanted to get your opinion on was the fact that Dany is probably going to have to die, being the fact that Jon Snow has died already, and at some point,
to just go to Tony Teflon's comment, maybe she already did die in that fire.
Has the control
twice. Yeah, like she could just be dying over and over again already, and she doesn't need a red woman to bring her back.
Yep, she is. She has all the red power.
Person. Sorry, red person.
We're dead. And
Gender bias.
To hear you and Joe and Kitty's opinion on that theory. And
I think Dany's already faced the death. Where it really comes down to it. Katie, Joe.
No, she hasn't faced death yet. She's fucking immune to that shit. It's special times. She doesn't get burned like that. She's a fucking dragon. The fire doesn't kill her, and no need for any of these other people to die. Whatever this Lord of Light shit is, or whatever it is, it's going to all come down to what? Old gods, new gods, 7 gods, these gods, those gods, whose gods, your gods, my gods, fuck gods.
Fuck it.
Gods. Whatever. There's one or there's none. Like you can have 80 million thousand gods, but ultimately there's going to be fucking.
I didn't think you were going to say that.
If there are all these gods, I'm not talking about here. I'm talking about there. All right, in the fantasy world,
there's none or there's none.
Right? I mean, come on, like you can have all these all-powerful beings, but
none
like
or there's none, Katie.
Come on. There's one or there's none, baby. There's one or there's none.
None or there's none. But whatever. Okay.
I'll tell you what though. American Gods, great show. That shit's fucking fantastic.
American Gods is a good show, Joe. Yeah, I'll agree.
It's not that there's one or there's none. That's obviously not really what I was trying to not say if I was drunk.
To make things even better, let's let Jay get at you again, or maybe Jay's gonna tell you how much he loves you. Here's Jay.
Jay, bring it.
Jay, you're on,
Bring
buddy.
the love. Bring the love.
Hey, you're on, buddy.
Hey, what's
Yeah,
up?
argue with the drunks. Fucking Tony.
Arya debate on where she's going,
Do
and
it.
I didn't want to have to take it here, but I'm just gonna have to use the plot.
Oh.
Oh no! Wait! No plot leaks. I love you, Jay, but I'm gonna shut you off. We don't want any plot leaks right now. No plot leaks.
Because you don't even know if the plot leak is true. Just because this shit
we
panned,
don't want lies.
don't
We
mean
don't
the
want
next shit
lies and
panned.
suppositions.
And so I ain't gonna let you possibly ruin it for the thousand. Phil ain't gonna let you possibly ruin it for the thousands of people who are watching this show right now who may not want to see or hear anything about the future. Me personally, I'd hear it and I'd tell you why you were wrong. Because I already know you were wrong.
You all know Phil's the asshole in this situation. He won't let people talk. Blame me. I'm a dick.
And Phil's not the dick. Phil's not the asshole. Phil's protecting you. Phil's looking out for your interests because he doesn't want his co-host to tell you how wrong you are.
Oh, Joe.
My wife's sending me water. She thinks I'm drunk.
Yeah, you're what? You listen to your wife. Okay, this is from area code 325. Do you think the Hound could end up getting killed and resurrected by Beric or Thoros, cementing this newfound belief in the Red God? This is from Bo Chambers.
Well,
I hope not.
Danny's not the only one that's been set on fire and lived. The Hound did too.
But why would he have that dragon ability?
He doesn't. That's why he's fucking scarred. He just lived. I didn't say he had dragon ability. I didn't say he walked out unscarred. I just said he was set on fire and he lived.
Yeah, but that's not what she does. And
I didn't say it
not
was.
coming back from, okay, I'm not saying you did. Okay,
Yes, you're trying to say I did.
right.
Okay. Next. Phil, do you think the Iron Bank will return and cause trouble for Westeros and whoever sits on the Iron Throne? Will the Iron Bank come back? In the books, yes. In the show, no.
Yeah, no.
Joe and Katie?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. We had Stannis borrow a shitload of fucking money,
Everyone owes them.
and not Jorah, fucking Finger Boy was the Finger Nub Boy. Davos was there for that shit, so Davos might be on the hook for that. And because Davos is now backing Snowboy, then Snowboy might not be on the hook for Stannis' shit. And then you got Cersei sent and Olenna sent and Cersei's uncle sent Mace Tyrell all the way to the fucking Iron Bank to go take out money and make deals and shit. Iron Bank, they get that. We don't gamble. Yes, you do, and it built this. Says fuck. Nah, fuck that. We don't gamble. We come get our fucking. You owe us money. We come get it.
So you think the Iron Bank comes back into the story?
At some point, somehow, yes, I do think they come back.
Oh, we got Alicia Kingston in the live motherfucking chat. And she says, "Hey fam, Lord Commander Alicia here. 7.75 side buttholes for this episode. Love my girl Arya taking all the lives. Fuck them freeze. Cersei's so-called ace will be Randall Tarley, and that shit won't work out for her either. Kudos, Dirty Locks. Arya will steal a face in uniform. Love your show. Keep pushing it. AK out. Lots of love, Alicia. Thank you so much for all the support you give us, and lots of love to Alicia. Huge hug to you. Go hug yourself in the good way, Alicia. Good way tonight.
No, like seriously, go hug yourself.
You know, seriously, like now, now do it. We got a lot more text messages here to get to. Leanna Finn, the Sansa haters are driving me fucking crazy. Let me. The Sansa fans are driving me crazy. If it was Davos making the suggestions, everyone would say how wise he was being. She did not suggest killing the children. And I'm going to add, you asshole, Phil. That would be like a wedding with deaths in the house. What's going to stop another Northern Lord from deserting now? No repercussions? Reward the kids for the father's betrayals? ? Fuck the Umbers and fuck the Cardstarks. Take the kids in as wards and give the houses to Lyanna fucking Mormont, Joe. What do you think about that?
Yeah, like the kids don't have to be completely screwed by losing their house. They can be taken in like Reek there was.
Yeah, like Theon was.
Yeah, Theon. There it is.
We can call him Reek. That's his name. That's his fucking name, Katie. He's
that will forever be his name.
Yeah, you will always be Reek, bitch. Some douche yelled at me a few weeks ago. This is from Area Code 630. Some douche yelled at me a few weeks ago when I mentioned that I can't wait for the next book to come out. He says, "Why do you need the next book?" Question mark. The show has surpassed it, so the book is basically unnecessary.
What?
That person. I'm glad you guys.
The show is so unbelievably watered down. You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. That dude should be smacked. Next time he fucking opens your mouth, you smack that motherfucker right across the face. You do not let him say that shit again. Because in most cases, I might say you're right. If it's a good enough book, they'll make it a movie and that'll suffice. But in this case, he has written so much. There is so much that we do not get that you miss out on. As great as you think this story is on television, I have to tell you, there is so much more you could learn and know from the books.
And just characters were completely changed for the TV show. It all ultimately came around to basically the same point and the same place, but like the character Stannis, completely different person.
Completely different person.
Completely different. Like,
I don't know if he'll end up doing the same things, but like up until a point, he is a completely different person.
Demos and triggered in the live chat. Agreed. People say agreed. Dirty Locks. So much has happened in the books that they haven't put in the show. So I'm excited to see where the universe goes. The guy was a complete dick about it, and I wouldn't hear me out. Fuck that guy.
Fuck that dude.
Littlefinger. This is from Area Code 513. Littlefinger doesn't want Sansa. He wants to get the promise. Cersei.
And so he wouldn't hear. I'm sorry, Phil. He wouldn't hear you. So they definitely smacked that motherfucker across the face.
We do not advocate
Don't worry.
violence.
The cops told me you're allowed to hit people as long as you don't use a weapon.
Knife in the back of the fucking head. So Littlefinger doesn't want Sansa. He wants to get the promise Cersei made to him. Bring Sansa's head and I will make you Warden of the North. So do you think Littlefinger is actually trying to get Sansa to bring to Cersei? Joe and Katie.
Well, I don't think he actually wants Sansa. I think he wants ultimate revenge for what Catelyn Stark and the Starks did to him when he was young. He was humiliated, and he was forever seen as this pathetic dude that was,
it's cut from the cock to the fucking chat. Like,
I think he is trying to prove to the world that he is ultimately the victor, and Sansa is a tool in all of that because he couldn't ever convince Catelyn to come to his side and be his lady. So she's the consolation prize.
Only the crazy, ugly younger sister
power
with
and
the
control and the humiliation he suffered.
Crazy fucking child.
She's fucking child. So does this episode confirm that Rhaegar or the other is the true god of Essos, if or not Essos? I think it proves that it's a real force of some kind. John does not want to waste time handing out rewards and hunting down traitors. He would definitely do that after the Great War when they have that luxury. Perfectly said. I don't have any more to add to that, Bo Chambers.
Well, I think he has a very. I mean, I don't even think he has.
King McKay. I just want to say, sorry, Joe. King McKay. Lots of love to King McKay. So that's always supporting our channel. Lots of love, King McKay.
He's got no interest in hunting down traitors to begin with.
He doesn't have the time or the resources.
And even when all this shit is over, like really, people, you haven't realized that there was more on the line than this traitorous shit. Like,
no,
does that matter? We need to unite.
She she does not understand the gravity of what John has been through and experienced, and vice versa. I think they're both just two prideful people trying to say to each other, well, I've been through this shit and I know this shit and you don't, so listen to me. I've been through this shit and I know this shit. As far as your shit, so listen to me.
Absolutely every character goes, none of them. Of the people who were not there at the wall, at Hardhome,
they do not conceive of the gravity.
Of the people, of everybody who was not at Hardhome. So if you weren't at Hardhome and your face has been on this fucking television for this show, if you weren't at Hardhome, you don't believe it. Unless at this point, unless your name is Bran fucking Stark or the Hound.
Fritz Mod says Corn Singers makes a good point. Jonathan Davis makes a good point over here. So Joe, you definitely make a good point. Predator makes a good point.
What did Corn say?
Meaning you look like Jonathan Davis. Remember, one of our first reviews that Joe and I ever did. One of the like harsh comments we got was, "What the fuck is this Charlie Manson and Jonathan Davis?"
Chord Singer's good, but I agree with Weird Al more.
Weird Al, I get the Weird Al. Like Weird Al could be my dad. I get that.
When I wasn't fat, I used to be called Rage. Now I'm fat and I get John Davis.
Well, it's always kind of gone back because they both have the dreads.
And nobody knows who Rage is anymore.
I get Doug Heading sometimes too. So my question from earlier today: am I still nuts? Is Arya the Valonqar taking on Jaime's face and killing Cersei before it's over? Is this more viable after tonight? I don't think so. I still think it's Jaime that's going to do it.
I still think it's Jaime that's going to do it.
Yeah.
It's the perfect full circle. The Kingslayer.
Absolutely.
They've been prophesizing this since the beginning. They've been foreshadowing this since from fucking day one.
Johnny, I love you too, buddy.
I really think it's Jaime that kills Cersei. I think
it has to be Jaime.
It does.
Maybe Jaime kills Tyrion, and that's the straw that does it. But I hope not.
Tyrion survives.
I really would love to see Tyrion survive the whole thing. I think he's a dragon. I think he's a dragon rider. I think that motherfucker is the shit, yo.
A little bit, Bruce. A little bit. I can see that. Bruce. I've definitely heard that one before too. So let's go to our next question. My only concern or comment, my only question about Jon saving those kids is that last kid he saved helped kill him, but those kids were petrified. Yeah, those kids were fucking scared.
Yeah, no, they were just hoping to survive.
Love you, Alicia. Have a great night, buddy.
Well, you got to remember too, they're not just petrified. They've also just recently, in the last week or so, lost their brothers and fathers or whoever the fuck else it was that was in charge, and they're now being told, "Your dad was a traitor. You've been summoned to fucking Jon Stark's fucking Winterfell Hall, and you're the new lord of wherever the fuck. So if somebody's gonna die, it's gonna be you, kid. Bye. Have fun storming have fun feasting at the castle." Dude, so of course they're fucking scared shitless. They're new lords. Their fucking family is traitors or not traitors, whatever the fucking case is. They should be fucking shaking and pissing themselves right now. And the fact that they're fucking finding themselves in the position they're in, they have families for life. If they can hold on to the people and the influences back in their regions, they're going. Jon Stark has made absolute allies for life out of this.
Yep.
That's a big if, though.
Next question. My name is Jacob, and I have a question for Joe.
What's up, Jake?
You're very set on Tyrion being a dragon. Can you explain how that can be? Because if you remember the game that him and Shay played early on with the candle, Tyrion was in pain. I think his mother dying could have just been a convenient coincidence to your theory.
No.
Could be a recessive inherited gene that Dany just ended up having.
Yep.
That's genetics.
Also, in the books, it's explained that Tyrion has a purple eye and a blue eye, and his hair is gold. He's also a dwarf. So he's obviously got some of the genes. He's obviously not a full Targaryen bred between two Targaryens, but he's bred between a Lannister and a Targaryen. So
he's half dragon.
He's half dragon. Also, on top of that is in the books, it really does explain that not necessarily Dany has these, I'm immune to all heat and all fire at all times, whenever. You have to look at the scenes where she gets burned. Aside from, yes, the dragon's eggs were in the fire and they got hot, and then she entered a hot bathtub.
Good night, Mary.
Sometimes I can turn the bath knob to exactly the same place it was. I did it today. I put it on the same setting in the shower that I do every time I take a shower between fucking September and goddamn fucking April. But as soon as April starts rolling around, I got to fucking start turning that shit down because the water gets too hot. So we're going to discount the bath scene altogether. The water could have been hot. The water might not have been hot. But then there's that egg scene. Okay, but here's the thing. In the books, she's not supposed to be immune to fire at all times. It's special things. And in the show, when she enters the funeral pyre, there is Khal Drogo on the fire, still alive. There's also the witch in the fire, still alive. When she's in the house and she walks out of the house, that burns the fuck down. There is how many Khals in that house, which is royalty, which is blood royalty. They're the kings of their tribes, and they're getting fucking burned down. So there may also be some definite blood magic that is going on that she might not know about. So she's burning people alive and standing in the fire, claiming that life force. So there's that. And Tyrion, who burns himself over the candle. Okay, he burns himself over the candle. Or do you want him to hold his fucking hand over the candle for 30 minutes going, hey, yeah, I might be burning, but I'm not burning. Aren't I fucking special? It might be something he doesn't want people to know about him. It might be a conclusion that he has already come to, that he's already drawn, that my fucking mother was raped by fucking Aegon Targaryen and died during pregnancy. Possible, but I don't think so. And possible, but I don't think so.
Like,
he's just not
explained away. He's just not full blood dragon.
He's just not full blood dragon, but he's enough dragon. He's half dragon. He's
so that he can ride the dragon. Yes.
Jon Snow, on the other hand, who may be half dragon, he's also half fucking warg and half fucking Stark and of the North. So he's got a lot of fucking power raging through him, just like Dany, who might be 100% dragon. And there's your answer, Jacob.
So a couple more questions here before we call it an evening. Why is Jorah still touching shit? He couldn't get past one fucking episode without touching shit. Die already? This is from T Baby. Love you, T Baby.
Because you start going crazy too. You start going crazy when you have this. I mean, you're looking at your own death and it's slow, and you can watch this grayscale grow up your fucking arm, grow across your chest. That's got to do a lot of damage. Plus, not only that, but now that we've seen where Jorah has made it, he's traveled all the way from Slaver's fucking Bay back to the Citadel ahead of everybody else. Not even Slaver's Bay. He was all the way up. So he got it in Volantis. He went to Slaver's Bay. He left Slaver's Bay. He went all the way up to Baze Dothrak. So he caught it here, traveled over to here, went way the fuck up here, and then went all the way back the fuck over there. So he's been fucking halfway around the world, and it's only progressed up his fucking arm. And then now he's at.
Well, that's all we've seen.
And now he's at Old Town, and he's locked in a fucking cell in solitary confinement. So as far as why is Jorah touching anybody, this dude will touch anybody. He will fucking kill you. He's probably 3/4 insane. Has she come yet? Has she come yet? Who? The Queen of Dragons, the mother of fucking children and the unburnt dead. Whoever the fuck it is, has she come? Shut up, you fucking, don't touch me. Yeah. And then slam, shut, lock, fucking run the fuck away.
That question wasn't supposed to sound so condescending, you fucking asshole. Eric the Red says, great show, Phil. I'm sorry, I can't help the way I sound. Eric, missed y'all since last season. Peace, love, and from Dallas. Eric the Red. Lots of love, Eric the Red. Thank you so much for checking us out again this season. It means so much to us that you guys, that we're part of all of you guys' Game of Thrones experience. We're at 1 a.m. in the East Coast, and we still got 300 plus people watching us live right now. That means so much to us.
Oh my goodness!
Fucking incredible.
What was our top number for the night? I haven't had YouTube up all night.
We'll talk a little over 400. So we had like close to 500 people at top tonight. So thank you so much for everyone checking us out on this premiere episode.
Amazing.
It means a lot that you guys come in.
Oh yeah, it means a lot.
All over the place for us. We really love when you come.
All over the place.
Come from all over the place to join us.
Sorry, I'm a little drunk and a little weird. So, what are the chances of the Lannister army marching to Winterfell? 0.0.
No, I think Cersei's crazy enough to order it, but even if they tried, they would never make it.
And someone check on Carmine as he was alive for all the Sam scenes tonight. We went to Sam several times tonight. Carmine might have had a conniption fit. Will they be up 1,000 by mid-season? Maybe. Will they ever surpass Hardhome in the Battle of the Bastards?
No.
I think so by the end of the series, because we're going to have a huge battle with the White Walkers.
They have to try.
Bill is coming all over the place. It's very true. Peace in the Middle East, CW. CJ, not CW, that's a network. That's a television station. Got two more text messages. I heard a theory that the White Walkers are the good guys, given the office.
Yeah, I read that shit.
It depends on perspective.
I agree, because I think Dany could possibly be a bad guy.
Yeah,
no,
sure.
well, here's the perspective is that okay? So the children of the forest are getting killed by. I read this thing that he's talking about.
Oh yeah, the tissues guy.
They're getting killed by all the first men, and this war is raging on. So then they create the White Walkers, and the White Walkers kind of stand up against the first men,
and lots of love again,
and kind of get them to at least settle down and get this truce. So what the theory is that the White Walkers built the wall in order to protect their shit, their magical shit, the children, them, the giants, the spiders, the dire wolves, even the unicorns are mentioned, and that all these things are being protected from the realm of men, and not men protecting the realm of men from all that shit. So that's the theory, in that the wildlings or the free folk have been, coming over the wall or escaping from the black or sailing around the wall and then breeding themselves and infiltrating this pact and this treaty that the first men and the children came up with, which was no men past the wall, no fantasy shit on your side of the wall. And the free folk kept spreading, human cockroach thing from the Matrix. And finally, the children have risen again to beat back the threat that is threatening their magical side of the wall. We don't want your fucking reality. We have our magical side. So that's that kind of theory. And I kind of like it. I kind of dig it. But at the same point, I don't like it.
No, I actually like it a lot.
I like it. I'm not behind it. I'll say that. I like it. I like that theory. I like that. Right. It's intriguing and it's fun to think about. And you got to remember the children of the forest are the ones who created the Night's Watch. And so then the theory goes, and the Night's Watch are like, fuck all this shit. We're just going to take it all now because the children
what do you think about the theory that the children of the forest are evil?
Well, that's just it. That goes as part of it. They're the ones that created the White Walkers. They were at war with the first men, and they created the White Walkers. And then when the White Walkers served their purpose, they forgot about them or whatever. And
they couldn't call them back or kill them.
Right. So
they had to
they unleashed something they couldn't control anymore, and the White Walkers want to continue to fulfill what they have to fulfill, and that means killing thousands and thousands of people, and then now expanding their territory. I don't know, and that's where that theory gets a little convoluted, is because what happens after now they've already expelled all the fucking people from beyond the wall. So if all those people are gone, then they should be done with their mission. We have our pact back, we have our wall back, we have our barrier back, we have our protection from the land of men. And because they're going to push past it, we got to say that's not necessarily the case. So.
Yeah, Carmine from Red Team Reviews in the live chat, he's just posting a video now, so everyone make sure you go check out his video. I love to hear his initial reaction for Game of Thrones Season 7, Episode 1. So everybody, we got a couple more text messages to do before we call it an evening. Heard a theory that the White Walkers... Oh, no, we already did that one. Let's go over here. Sorry, it's hard to see with this fucking thing on. Melisandre will meet Tyrion soon. Maybe she'll notice that he has the king's blood. Do you think Melisandre might meet Tyrion soon?
I would love...
I think she has to pop up somewhere sometime.
She has no place.
She has to come back around somehow.
And that's just it. Jon expelled her from the north. You're banished from the north. If you ever come back to the north again, I will have you fucking hung and burned.
I don't think she will leave the north.
Jesus.
She wants to stay around Jon.
I know. Final question. Who will sit in the Iron Throne when it's all said and done, Joe? I don't know if the Iron Throne will exist when it's all said and done.
It's either Dany, Jon, or Tyrion, or all three. They make a triumvirate like old school Rome. It's one of that. It's they are the dragon riders. They are the dragon. When the Targaryens first came over, they talk about it many times in the past that it wasn't just one Targaryen. It was the family. There was 3 of them. There was 3 heads to the dragon. It's in their sigil. You know, there was a sister and 2 brothers, or a brother and 2 sisters, or whatever the fuck it was. I don't remember. I'm drunk and it doesn't even really fucking matter. But there's 3 heads to the fucking dragon, and there's 3 of them, and they will fucking. I don't know. Maybe they will fucking. I don't know.
Well, that's how they did.
That's how they did. That's how they'll do. Did it, done it, doing my sisters and brothers tomorrow.
Targaryen pride.
Spin the wheel, Phil.
I did.
Shit.
It landed on talk about the donator's favorite character positively. So,
we'll leave that to you. Not too fucking realistic to do any of that kind of
favorite character that I need to say some good things about. Or you can also have Joe talk about us character the bad things. So you can either choose to have me talk about the good quality.
I will devil advocate any fucking shit you want, and I will nail it. I will.
Fritz, we'll have Tony on the live stream so we can give that ramen 3-pack away soon.
Oh, now I want ramen.
Dude, man, there is nothing wrong with ramen. I don't know why that motherfucker's giving away ramen. He's giving away gold. That's a 3-pack of gold right there. You better take that back. You'll be fucking happy you didn't have to hand that out. That prize 1, 2, and 3 left. Because that ramen is all yours, baby.
And I just have to say, I know both of them fucking blushing, but we got 2 amazing Game of Thrones YouTubers. Of course, the amazing Carmine from Red Team Review, who is one of the best people ever to our channel, and lots of love to Carmine. He is honestly one of the best people out there in the world. Good fucking amazing. And then we also have King McKay, who's been supporting us for fucking ever and makes amazing Game of Thrones content. So if you're honestly not subscribed to Red Team or King McKay, you gotta subscribe to both of them. They're two of the best out there right now. So definitely subscribe to both of their channels.
And subscribe to us. Fuck that. Subscribe to us first. If you ain't subscribed to us, subscribe to us now.
Bro, that's understood. That's implied here.
And then go to those other channels
after you
subscribe to them
and donate and all that. Then go to them because but
they deserve it and they are fucking awesome.
Yeah, they're both fucking awesome and they're both fucking great people. So
fucking
motherfucking So everybody, if anyone wants to get in for a last minute call, we're sort of going to start to wrap things up. Probably be done about 1:30. Quixote, wherever you are, 1:30.
Call back right now. It's your last chance. 339 area code.
We got 657-383-0370. Again, 657-383-0370. Or if you want to leave a voicemail or a text at 781-990-8509. It's your last opportunity. Probably be cutting this off at about 1:30. So 12 more minutes or so we'll be on. And thank you to everyone that is checking us out. Yes, now some Thrones. 1:30, the magic hour. Phil, you're killing me. Love you, man. No, I love you, King McKay. You're fucking awesome, dude. And seriously, you were almost from the very beginning of us doing Game of Thrones reviews. You've always been in here. So gotta say so much love to you, dude. Make amazing content.
Hell yeah, you do.
So and of course Carmine, but I could just gush about Carmine for 20 minutes. Yeah, of course the Carmine. We miss you, buddy. And anytime you feel like doing one of these, you're always welcome on one of these recaps.
Yeah, man. I haven't talked to you in like a year.
Oh yeah, we miss you, buddy. It's been So, we got a couple more one more text message here. When the Children of the Forest when did the Children of the Forest create the Night's Watch show?
10,000 years ago.
The Night's Watch.
Roughly 10,000 years.
The children of the
when the first men came over, they warred with the Children of the Forest. Well, at first they were kind of okay with each other, I think, for a little bit. And then the first men started becoming more and more. And then they started chopping down the trees that the children started. So it was roughly about 10,000 years ago, maybe 9,000 years ago, they started warring. And that's when the Night's Watch wasn't created then, but that's when the Whites and the others and that shit was created. I'm not sure. Bran the Builder was supposedly the one who built the wall. Who Bran Stark is is named after, and that might be a couple thousand years ago or something. I'm not exactly sure, but someone will answer that shit.
Yeah, I'm sure the people in the chat will be able to fill in the mythology far better than we could.
And yeah, exactly. They know more than we will ever know. Why didn't anyone take over Dragonstone after standing?
Well, I mean, to be fair, Phil, they will know more than we will ever know because we are 3 brains and they are what, 500 brains or some shit, 300 brains at this point. Of course, they'll know more.
So for our last call of the evening, let's amp things up one more time and let's get our buddy Jay in here.
But that's only because I'm saddled by you two, and if I was alone, I would know more than all of them.
Of course you would, Joe. What's going on, Jay? Close us out.
Tiger, the one that Littlefinger used to betray Tyrion, Arya's going to get that. And that's how I know she's going back to Winterfell, because she has to kill Littlefinger in order to get that. And that came from Entertainment Weekly, not the Plot League.
Yep.
His Littlefinger is on her. I can never remember who is on her list. I kind of assume everyone is at this point. Is Littlefinger on Arya's list?
Hey, Phil, does Euron have the dragon horn? I don't think in the show, in the book, in the book's a different story, obviously.
I think they're going to bring the horns into this shit.
I don't think the horns are going to come into the show.
Not at this point.
No, it's too late. It's too
They
late.
haven't even mentioned them. They haven't even like brought them up.
They would
There's
have
a lot
to
of things.
I joked about this earlier in one of the other streams. They would have to just yada yada it. Be like, oh, let's yada yada the horn. Blah, blah, blah.
And by the way, there's a horn that can take this and do that and blah, blah, blah. And look how big this horn is. The ram that had that horn built on his head must have been huge.
No, like there are certain things.
Thank
if
you for
they
using
do
Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
it's a tragedy. They can't. They don't have time.
So here we go, everybody. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's been a lot of fun to be able to talk to you guys about this Game of Thrones episode. We got one more voicemail. But before we go, I do want to say that wubba wubba. Where is it? I'm sorry. I'm looking for a graphic.
Wow.
Wubba. So here we go. We have a feedback show, and we will be doing a feedback show on Wednesday. I'll be Wednesday or Thursday. I think it's going to be Wednesday. I'm going to be doing a show probably Wednesday afternoon, sometime around 1 or 2 or 3 or so. I don't know when it's exactly going to be. With our first guest of the season, we're going to be joined by a bunch of different guests this season. First guest of the season is returning from last season, the official guest host extraordinaire. Impressions, if you ever call in our voicemail line, it's the person that does the Littlefinger impression. None other than the Walking David will be joining us week 1 to talk about, take all your questions. So please, if you have any feedback questions, any more stuff, even if you just repeat a question that you asked in this show,
do it.
Leave a voicemail at 781-990-8509. Text or Skype, or text me on that line too. You can Skype me at I Get Issues Man. Leave me a voicemail on that. You can leave a message on Skype. Message me on Facebook. If you search Phil's Recap and Review, you got the Discord group. That's the link right there. Or you can find the link in the description box below to get to the Discord group. Keep the discussion going all week. People want to keep that discussion about Game of Thrones going all week. That's the best way to do it. Join our Discord group and keep the discussion going with the live motherfucking chat. You had fun in the chat tonight. Keep it going in the Discord. You can even use emojis that look like Joe and look like me. It's so silly. It's fun.
I forgot. Those are fucking awesome, dude.
They're
amazing. Made by Caitlin, Analysis of Thrones. Lots of love to both you guys, the Mad Queen. Whoa. Fucking bottle of vodka just fell down. But yeah, please leave your text messages, your voicemails, 781-990-8509 for our feedback show. That's going to be on Wednesday. Email me at igotissuesman@gmail.com. Message in the Discord feedback room. Tweet me. Skype me. All those sort of stuff. We'll ask them on the feedback show. The Walking David will be there. So amazing. Yeah, the Joe emojis are the best.
That Hodor, that fan and Jodor picture that somebody made. Dude.
Analysis of Thrones made that, yeah.
Oh, Analysis. Holy fuck, man. That shit was awesome.
Yeah, if people want to see that, I'll try to.
Jodor.
There's Analysis of the Thrones made a picture of Joe as Hodor and me as Bran. It's fucking amazing.
It's hard to tell. You got to look at it for more than 2 seconds. If you only look at it for 2 seconds, it looks like Phil's taking me from backside.
A little bit.
But if you look at it for more than 2 seconds, you can see that he's actually riding me piggyback, not riding me doggy style.
Yeah, Joe Hodor is amazing. Analysis of Thrones also, if you saw the new logo on the picture I was showing earlier of Phil, the issues guy with the microphone and all that sort of stuff, he did all that too. But make sure you subscribe to our feedback show. I am going to put that picture up right now, actually. So Analysis of Thrones also made us this awesome new logo picture. Where is it? No one wants to see me. Get the logo picture up there. So this is the way you can always stay in touch. Join us on iTunes. This podcast will be available on iTunes. You can also always, and the most important thing, subscribe on YouTube.
Dude, are all those links, or are they just like fancy like text and pictures?
Fancy text. I wish we could just make them links, but no. All that information is in the description box below. Join the Google community, join the Discord, Facebook, Twitter, whatever your thing is. Join us on those. A podcast is available on Stitcher and on iTunes. Make sure if you join us on iTunes, you give us some reviews. Those reviews really help and keep pushing our podcast.
Oh yeah.
And YouTube as well. All those things are amazing. Thank you so much for all the super chat donations. You guys have been incredible.
Oh wow! Where did all that fucking money come from? How do you people in this time and era have money to be donating to this fucking show?
But Joe, we're not done yet, Joe. We have some business to do.
What?
I have a drum solo I need to do.
I don't think drum solo came up there once, and I think you're cheating out on like push-ups.
No, drum solo did come out once. We got push-ups in a second. Drum solo did come out once.
Zulu Nation, baby.
Okay, it's kind of late, so that's a mini drum solo for you right there. And
wait. I'm gonna do a drum solo.
Yeah. Oh, I like it. I like it. Then we need to do shots. So let's I'm gonna finish my drink right here.
Oh no! I'm well ahead on shots. I took shots. I've been shooting. You were back on shots. I am not back on shots. I made sure I was up to date on all my shots, because if I waited till the end, I would be shooting myself in the face, not in my mouth.
John says weak. I expected better drum solos, asshole.
No. You can't expect better. You can only expect what is promised. This was the solo that was promised. We didn't say the best drum solo of all. He ain't fucking John Bonham or
it's just really.
I get to play with Neil Peart. I get to play with Neil Peart. Neil Peart's the wrong guy. Phil, man, your drum solos are beautiful. You don't need to listen to that shit. Your drum solos are magnificent. Awesome. Man, nobody beats a conga like you beat it. That Skin, you beat Skin like I never seen anybody beat Skin, my man. You got the fists of fury, the palms of fucking Slappy. Man, nobody got shit to beat yours.
Oh, eat that shit, dude. And
dude, who's that? Mickey Hart, Planet Drum, Planet Bum, more like it compared to fucking Phil's.
Joe and Katie have a YouTube channel. No, they're all part of my YouTube channel. Joe and I do have an alternate channel that we do some game streams on, and also are joined by
life, baby,
our good friend Tucka. But basically, if you want to see Joe and Katie Crow, this is the place to be. Subscribe to here. They're here every week on Game of Thrones recaps, and probably every other week during the Walking Dead season. So, so definitely join us. And Phil needs a hang drum.
We were thinking about doing a he said, she said kind of thing, a his and hers. I didn't want fucking his mug fucking bashed off my head. So there's some bacon for you.
We each need to do 10 push-ups.
It doesn't say John. It doesn't say Paul. Those are all Phil.
Okay,
Katie, you gotta tell me if the camera's on right over here.
Okay.
Here we go.
I see you. You're good. You are in that shit. 1, 2,
5,
3,
6,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and a 10. Woo! Drunken push-ups. Please don't have to sit on the bottom of the shower and puke.
I'll lay across the whole floor. Don't worry, I won't sit. I'll be half in the shower and half on the fucking floor.
That's not better. No.
Don't worry, my upper half will be in the shower. My lower half will be out of the shower.
Go,
I'm able to get to my junk without getting wet, baby.
This is my Lannister shot here.
What was that? A Lannister shot?
Lannister shot. Whoa, that's gross.
A shot in honor of the Lannisters.
It is.
Let's go in lawyer mode. I don't know how I went lawyer mode, but I like it.
Everybody, thank you so much for joining us tonight. You guys, Phil is cheating. He's just humping the floor. Now,
I saw that. He does that. He just does the hip downs.
Yeah.
No, I don't. You're so fucked. You're so.
I didn't see it. I was doing my own push-ups.
You're fucking stupid. So everybody, like I said, please make sure, if you haven't already, you subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and make sure you send some messages for our feedback show. Walking David and I will be on this Wednesday, hopefully, to talk some more Game of Thrones. I'll also be on either, I'm not sure when I'm going to do it yet, if I'm going to do it on Tuesdays or Mondays or Thursdays or Fridays, but I'm going to do a trailer reaction where we watch the trailer and kind of like I do for the preseason trailers of the trailer for the next episode. I don't know what day of the week to do it. I might do it tomorrow, or I might do it Tuesday.
Yeah. Oof.
But here's all the feedback information. Get in the feedback. Opening night at Phil's Game of Thrones shows. Rising success as the bad cap left. And Mayweather or McGregor. Joe, you go. Do you have any thoughts on the McGregor-Mayweather fight?
Oh, dude. Okay, boxing, I have to give it to Mayweather. You want to actually call it an octagon? Mayweather said, "Oh, I'm the king of the octagon." McGregor will fucking rip your arm off. He'll fucking shoot your leg and armbar you and fucking choke you out. Are you kidding me?
Are they doing it in MMA rules?
No, they're doing it in boxing, like boxing rules. And I'm gonna give it to Mayweather. I don't know if McGregor has I don't know enough about McGregor. Did he do Golden Gloves kind of shit in Ireland? Is that where he's from? Ireland, right? Like, they're equivalent to Golden Gloves? I don't know if Golden Gloves is international. Like, did they do was he a boxer? Was he ever a boxer in a ring boxing, or was he always just MMA and martial arts or whatever the case is? There's a lot that goes into it that I don't know, but on the face of it, you're going to do boxing, I'm going to give it to Mayweather. I'm going to give it to Mayweather right now. You want to make it an octagon? And I'll give it to fucking McGregor. Yeah. And I'll give it to McGregor right now.
They're very different worlds.
It's completely different world. It's completely different world. There's different rules. It's different stamina. It's different to the fucking core, dude. It's so different.
Yep. And so, everybody, please join us next week to talk some more Game of Thrones.
Kinds of bullshit is what it is.
And maybe some more boxing, too. So, everybody.
You never know. You never know.
Never know what we're going to talk about here. So, everybody, have a good night. We will talk to you guys next time.
Peace.
Lost, marking blocks, the post edge back at the top. See you there when the bruise is clear. I'm clearly better when it drops. For too rare, man, y'all lost. Still feel the bomb like an old man mother. Once the virus to get away, they are bleeding when you can't live again. I'm rich enough. Side, don't miss each other. Get a lot of mess I see. Don't want to miss too much me.
Crash.
But the northern rock is yours, cause my inside never claws. All I do, what's square, ask me to left, I go when I care. All that's great, but it's not the truth. The only truth is talking to you. Your very existence bothers Trust me, you make me feel like a pile of ish. You give away something I love, the one thing that makes me happy to help my head. You pissed off the wrong person. I just wanna make you sucker for this. Yeah, payback's a bitch, a little bitch. Don't want to die till the end. I'm going to my So I close my mouth, I hold my heart. I'm standing on sand, my legs spread apart. Care about the vine that is your line that used to be mine, so I dragged it down the line.